you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If the guy wants to piss me off, he should contact me directly.
Okay. Okay. I don't think that's a bad word. Hey, this is Johnny Bean. David.
And Dave Nesdall.
I'm not gonna ask how you are. I'm just gonna ask where you are.
No, I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine.
Okay, cool. Cool.
I'm in New
Uh
York.
New York. Awesome. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here's the chat box. We're all ready, everybody. Good, good, good. Very busy. Very, very busy. The traffic out there is a nightmare. I sat on the freeway for an hour today.
And boy, was it hot.
Yes, I was. It was. Nightmare. Nightmare. And it's only Wednesday. Killer Chum 12. Yo. Hey. Hey guys. What's up, guys? Billy. What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining us this lovely Wednesday afternoon. Right? Or evening?
It's evening. It's almost dark here.
It's dark?
Actually, it is dark. It is dark here.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just itching. Oh, okay. All right, there we go. There I am. Cool, cool, man. Howdy, Manny. Howdy. Yo, Stefan. Killer Chimp 12. Johnny, how'd you like the Frank Stray?
Strat.
Oh.
That
Oh, man.
happens all the time. You spell strat on these things and it wants to say stray.
Autocorrect, he says. Yeah, yeah. Man, that guitar was amazing. That was the best. Well, I mean, you know how I love the EVH Gear Wolfgangs. They're my favorite Van Halen guitars. But the Frankenstein Relic EVH, it was the best playing guitar for playing Van Halen style music I've ever played. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how easy it was to do those moves. It was like no big deal, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, usually it's not no big deal, really, because I am good. But but I'm just saying, to play a guitar I've never played before,
Mm-hmm.
right? Right? To play a guitar you've never played, and you got people watching you like a hawk because the thing is like $20,000. I'm surprised they even let me touch it. I didn't have to throw any names around or anything.
You are talking about the guitar you touched, right?
Yeah. What did you think I was talking about?
I don't know.
The bass?
No. No.
Is that Rob?
Yep.
We invited you already. Get in here. Yeah. Anyway, I couldn't believe it. Yeah, let me just talk a little bit before he gets in because he'll start yapping. Yeah, I couldn't believe it, man. I couldn't believe how awesome that guitar was. I put up a bunch of videos. Well, I put up a couple of videos, actually. Hey, nobody. Hey, Greg Walker, man. Yeah. Yeah. Huh? What?
I said nice headphones.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, thank you again, Greg Walker, man. Thank you very much. Greg was very, very kind to send me these brand new headphones because
he descended you those?
He descended me them because how these things were,
Oh, did he descend you or condescend you?
People think it's so funny that I still have those things sitting here. You still have those things? Well, they're good headphones. That's the thing. They're good. It's just that they're horrible to wear. They hurt. Hey, nobody is saying, for me, it's the Charville Art Series. The sun came out and Angel started singing when I played it. Lowell. I still got to play one of those, man. Mm-hmm. Wait, no, I have. I have played one. I have, no. Yeah. I played the black and white one years ago. Although it wasn't plugged in. I just strummed on it. It was my friend's guitar. But anyway, yeah, that Frankenstein. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, go back 1 or 2 videos right here before this video, and you'll see some videos of me playing the guitar. And I'll post more videos later tonight. I actually have a bunch. I've got tons of. I took tons of them. And anyway, it's an amazing, amazing guitar. Okay, I'll let Rob in here.
Is that Rob again? Let me in.
I don't know who it was. I think it was the Reminder. since I reset my phone that one time, I get text twice if I don't open it. I got to figure out how to disable that because yeah. Oh, there he is. There he is. He's here already.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hello.
How you doing? I'll have my camera on in a second. I'm just finishing my sandwich. How's everybody tonight?
Good. Good.
Very good.
So Johnny, you got stuck on the freeway, huh?
Yeah.
That's always fun.
Well, you can't complain because the weather. You know, if you're stuck on the freeway right next to the ocean, you can't really complain about that because the ocean's right there, right? But you can, yeah, it's still bad. It's still not fun.
Yeah, being stuck on the ocean in California is usually a good thing.
Yeah, yeah, especially that drive, you know, down to Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
San Luis Obispo, you know, that's fine. That's cool. But once you get to LA, then it becomes a nightmare, you know.
Right.
You'll always get stuck in LA, always. You know.
Yeah.
You can get to LA, it'll take you 2 or 3 more hours just to get, you know, 10 miles.
Remember a couple of years ago driving out to flying out to Phoenix to visit a friend of mine. Phoenix, Arizona, spent a couple of days with him. Then we had a couple more friends that live in San Diego, right on Pacific Beach, you know. So we actually drove to San Diego. It was like 6.5 hours through the desert and through Yuma and all that, you know, over the mountains. So beautiful driving that drive. Spent a couple of days there. And then the drive from San Diego up to LA, up to the, you know, up the coast. I think you go through like Irvine or I can't remember. Go through some places that I had been at before, some nuclear plants. I think it's San Onofre or Diablo Canyon. I think it is Diablo Canyon. It's a nuclear plant. And but once you get into LA, it's just like freaking crazy. It's like these motorcycles are like flying by you, doing like 90 and cutting in and out, and it's like, oh my goodness. It's like, I mean, I ride motorcycle, but some of these guys are crazy. You know, traffic is insane.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can get to LA, no problem. It's just once you're there, you're stuck.
Yeah, right.
You know, and if you want to get to excuse me, oh my gosh. If you want to, I had that amazing sandwich that Nesdal knows about today.
That's what I'm eating now. An amazing sandwich.
Over in Santa Cruz, right next to the ocean. Oh yeah, yeah. I guess there's this amazing roast beef sandwich that I get with jalapenos and stuff, and it's
wow.
But that's the problem though, is you enjoy that, and then you get stuck on the freeway for an hour, and the whole time you're just like, oh.
Yeah, you're like, was that sandwich really worth it?
Let me get home. Oh, it was. Believe me, it was. But I'll be in pain the rest of the night. For sure. Always happens. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, everybody. KillerChum12 says, at Guitar Center, I played the EVH Star guitar, but of course, Guitar Center doesn't set up their guitars. Yeah. So it was probably kind of out of whack, huh? Am I too loud?
Action's probably a mile off the fretboard.
Now that brings up an interesting question, and Dave, you can probably answer this better than anybody because you ran a music store or worked at a music store for years. And I understand that when guitars come in, people mess with them, and they do. Everybody and their brother are playing the things. But whatever happened to the Van Halen expectation that the guitars would be set up perfectly when they hit the store? Now I'm not talking about tuning. I'm talking about setup. Did that go out the window and he doesn't care about that anymore with Fender, or is that still in his mind an expectation?
I would imagine it's an expectation, but when, you know, first of all, you can't, setups are, you know, they're not the same for everybody. You know, it's like getting an Armani suit. You can't expect to get to put an Armani suit on from the shelf and expect it to fit you perfectly.
Right.
So what they do at Fender is they get you kind of in the ballpark, and then a setup could be different for anyone. You know, like Dennis, my roommate, he loves high action. Yeah. I can't play a guitar with high action to save my life.
Yeah, me neither. I'm horrible at a high action guitar. Yeah.
Kind of get them all in the ball because it's all about speed of production. They're not going to sit, you know, with a ruler and get it to 1/32 off the fretboard. They're just not going to do that. And then, well, going to because it's made in Corona or Mexico. It's usually hot all the time, and then they ship it all around the world.
Uh-oh. You're cutting out.
Yeah, he's cutting out. It's interesting too to.
I don't know what to tell you.
Flip him around. Put it like on this side.
Yeah, he was getting kind of some garbled stuff there, but it's interesting actually. No, it's kind of an interesting topic when you think about it. And this is not a slam to EVH or any guitar company at all, but I guess it's an interesting viewpoint of the EVH line since he started with Music Man, TV, and then up to EVH. When you go back to Music Man, we were having a conversation about this on a chat, a month or so ago, guys, on how many Music Man guitars they put out a year. And we had a couple of conflicting interviews with Ed, where I think he said like 5,000 a year, and then 2,000, 3,000, something like that.
I think 1,000.
Oh, it's 1,000.
1,000, and then 2,000.
Right, because there was a total of 5,000 or 6,000 that they produced total, I think, within that 5-year span. But it's interesting because when you go back to that time and you look at, the Ernie Ball Music Man guitars, he was so specific on every one of these guitars. If he goes to a music shop and he finds an EVH, guitar on the shelf, yeah, right, like that ever happened. They're never on the shelf. They were all sold. They had back orders for them. But if he goes to a music shop and finds one, it better be set up exactly how he wants. And then he carried that on when he went with Peavey. It was the same thing. Everything, I have interviews. Everything better be perfect. The setup better be fantastic. It better play just like mine. And then this interview in this new magazine says, it's right in here. He basically says, when he was with Peavey, he was sitting in a meeting with Hartley, and he literally took a Wolfgang, threw it across the room, banged on the floor, picked it up, and after he set it up and he said the thing was still in tune, he said, that's how I want it to be. So it's interesting then when you go over to these guitars, which I understand are made in Mexico, but they're so different. Why is the toggle switch backwards? How is that acceptable? Why is that acceptable? And why is everything so far off? I guess it just, I just wonder why that is, because it never used to be.
Well, they're churning a much more quantity out, and it's not like that. It's not just with his guitars; it's with every guitar. The companies, and that's just basically it. They don't care. No one cares.
You're right. I agree. But the interesting thing too, Dave, is when I got this guitar a few months ago, whatever it was, and I don't know how about yours, but this USA out of the box was literally perfect.
Yeah, but yours was owned by somebody, so he probably set it up. Yours was not right from, it wasn't from the company, it was from somebody.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, and mine, all of mine, the action is way too high. Yeah. Even my American ones, the action was super high on all of them. And it's funny because I love the guys at the Music Zoo, and I had to say, but when I was presented these guitars, they were like, "Oh, it's fantastic! It feels great." I'm like, "Are you kidding me? The action is like it's horrible.
It's way high.
You could shoot an arrow off this action.
Well, the video that Tommy did, Coletti, on YouTube, that playing the actual Vitas Gerulaitis guitar. Weren't you telling me that when he did that video, the guitar was like set up horribly, and he was actually?
Well, it's not that it's set up horribly. They tried to set it, but there's something wrong with that truss rod. It's not. Right. It's impossible to get the action on. I think the truss rod is broken.
That's pretty commendable that he played it the way he did.
Like he's a great guitar player. He's just a great guitar player.
Right. Absolutely.
There are guitar players that can play on any guitar with any action, and it doesn't compute in their brain that I can't play it. They just play, and he's one of those guys.
Sure as hell isn't me, because if the action isn't super low, I have a hard time.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I can't play on guitars with high action.
That's probably why I loved that guitar yesterday so much. All my guitars, the action is high. You know?
But I wonder how high. I mean, you've said that before, Johnny, that your guitars, a lot of them aren't set up. But I wonder how high they are. I mean, are they really insanely high, or are they? I mean, let me ask you this: compared to the Frankenstrat, the original one that you posted the pictures of, you said the thing plays like butter. Your guitars, how much different is the action from like that one, or like the one Nesdal, your '84 guitar that you got from Dave?
The '84 guitar that Dave gave me, that one has the lowest action of any of them.
Really? Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. What is that? Chewing?
What is that?
Is that lettuce? Is there lettuce on that sandwich?
Oh,
Do you have a cow? So is there a cow in your room eating his curd or what? Something?
I'm sorry. That's why I went. I know the chewing was going to get bad.
Let me turn my camera off so you can't hear me chewing or see me.
Yeah, it's like It's like Anchorman 2 with Will Ferrell. They're like, he's blind and he's eating like screws and nuts and bolts. It's like, Ron, can't you tell that's not food? It's like metal. He's like, I'm blind.
More like dumb.
Yeah.
That was the second one?
I believe that was the second one. I get
the second one. Man, yeah. The funniest part of that whole film was the part where they're in the Winnebago and it turns over. That was the best part of the whole movie, man.
The bowling ball hits Steve Carrollton. Oh. That's funny. And
who's driving? It's on cruise control.
Yeah. And it takes him like a couple of seconds to figure out. He's like, wait a minute, because Paul Rudd's like, wait a minute, cruise control just regulates speed. It doesn't steer. And then all of a sudden it goes off the board. It's like all this random stuff. There's a scorpion in there that stings him. It's like, where'd that come from?
Have you seen that, Dave?
No.
No, you got to see that, man. At least watch that one scene. At least watch that.
Right.
It was the funniest part, I think.
I'm still laughing at the guy here on Long Island in Suffolk County who got bit by his pet viper. He has 6 venomous snakes in his house: cobra, rattlesnake, a viper, and 3 others. And he was feeding it, and it bit him, and he had airlifted to the hospital that night. And the next day, to his house, they had confiscated all the stuff.
Yeah.
But he's gonna be brought up on charge.
Oh yeah, we had a guy 3 towns away about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. It was actually in the paper. I forget how. I don't know how they found out. Someone reported it or whatever, or something happened. He had a black mamba snake, the deadliest snake basically in the world. The black mamba, the African snake. Obviously poisonous. He had a pet black mamba, and I mean, I guess you can acquire anything if you really,
Sure.
want it. But that's insane.
That thing. How do you pet it?
I don't know. I wouldn't want to try.
Amazing.
No. I'm fine, thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, I guess real quick. I did it. I got my brass big block and titanium saddle blocks and stainless screws on my USA guitar. Thanks to Dave. He tried it out and he said it made a huge difference. So I don't know if you can see, it's got the titanium blocks, stainless screws, and a 37 millimeter. The 37 millimeter, again, thanks to Dave, brass big block. And I installed everything today, set it back up, intonated it, and yeah, I mean, it plays great. I definitely notice a little bit more resonance. I mean, it plays just as amazing as it always did. I did plug it in for a few minutes. I only had maybe 10 minutes maybe to just kind of mess around with it. And then And then I had to leave because I had to go out and visit a friend of mine and then get ready for the chat. But I like the tone, but I noticed it's not as bright as I thought it was. It seems to be a little bit, I wouldn't say muddier. I think I said muddier on one of the Facebook posts, but the more I think of it, it's not muddier. It's just a little bassier, I guess, which is strange because a lot of the blocks that I put big blocks on most of my guitars, kind of made them a little brighter. So I'm not sure. It's kind of strange. So I don't know if it's just a setting with my amp. And the other thing I did while I was there, I don't know if you can see it, but as far as the wood's concerned back here, I dirtied it up a little bit to kind of make it a little bit more like Ed's. And I noticed that the spring claws right here, the spring claw screws, when I put the big block in, and it makes sense because it's such a heavier, meatier block with more weight to it, I almost had to bury those screws into the body to get the bridge to sit flush, which is fine because they still have a little bit of play, but I really had to almost bury them into the body.
The reason you have to do that is because the size of the block, from front to back, is wider than the one that comes in there, and the holes are in a different spot. The holes where the springs go in.
Right.
They're actually in a different spot. They're closer to the back.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you have to do that.
Yep.
It makes the spring shorter.
Right. I have another block coming in the mail for my special, my tobacco special. That's probably the last thing I'll do to that one. That already has the stainless screws and the titanium blocks. So I'll definitely put the big brass block in that one. And that guitar will be, that'll be complete. It's a one of a kind, obviously, because it's an ebony neck with stainless frets with a Mexican archtop body and the kill switch. So, and I transferred, as you guys know, all the hardware to chrome. But I think the big block in that would probably benefit too. But I'm glad I did this though, Dave. I think you and I were talking about it a while ago. We said a couple months ago we were thinking we weren't going to do anything to this guitar, and I don't think we needed to, but I do think it enhances. It's definitely a meatier sound, And when I come see you this weekend, I'm going to bring this guitar with me so you can check it out firsthand.
Are you anywhere near your amp right now, real quick?
Yes.
Something I want you to do. I don't want you to play, but I want you to hold that guitar for a second. I want you to plug that guitar in for 1 second.
Okay. Stand by. Let me just get set up.
I
don't want you to play though.
I was going to say, are you anywhere near a Van Halen poster right now, Rob? Real quick.
Oh, actually, speaking of that, real quick, I have not gotten the right frame.
I forgot what Eddie looks like.
Thank you again to Pascal. Thank you again for the wonderful EVH 95.
Stamp on his face? What is that?
Yeah, I know.
Is it Pascal or Pascal?
It's Pascal.
Pascal. Pascal.
No.
All right, Dave, I'm ready.
All right, so with the volume up on your guitar, don't play anything, but depress the kill switch. Does it make any noise or is it quiet?
It just I can't.
Like a buzzing. I mean, like a buzzing.
It's making a buzzing, but I'm not using a noise gate either. So when I hit the kill switch, it basically just goes silent.
No, it's not. It's supposed to go silent. When you hit the kill switch, does it buzz at all? Like,
no. No, not at all.
Then it's wired correctly. That's all. That's all I wanted to know. Because on both of mine, I had the leads wired backwards because it doesn't say positive or negative. Mm-hmm. You can basically, it'll work either way.
Right.
I pressed it in, it made a buzzing noise. It stopped. It worked. It worked. It stops the. It
interrupts
the strings, but it also made a. I had to turn them. I had to solder them the other way, and that went away. So I just wanted to make sure yours was done correctly.
Yeah, I'm actually glad you said that because I never knew that. I know what you mean. I think you hit it if you get a buzzing, but if I hit it, it just goes totally dead. So it must be right. But yeah, I'll tell you. I do like the sound. I know you guys can't hear it, but it definitely. And I mean, this guitar, like I said before, it just plays like butter. It's absolutely insane.
Like butter, like butter, like butter.
Yeah. It's a great guitar. It really, really, really is.
Parquet.
Yeah.
Butter, like butter.
Like butter. Spray. That guitar sprays, doesn't it, Rob?
Yeah. I love spray butter. I really do. Tasty. But yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that would mean it was wired correctly. I thought you only had one way to wire it actually to make it work. I didn't realize that.
That sandwich, that sandwich that you just ate. Do you spray your bread slices with Pam?
No, I still have half of it, by the way.
Ugh.
Is that a loaf?
No,
Is that spam? That's spam.
Just bologna and cheese. Nothing crazy.
That's like 3 slices, though, right?
No, just one. Just one.
That's a real thick slice of cheese.
Rob's got a big bologna.
Oh, that's 2. Okay, I'm sorry. It's 2 slices of cheese. 1 piece of bologna.
You got in between the 2 slices of cheese?
I'll be bound up tomorrow.
You'll be bolognaed up.
Bolognaed up.
If you are what you eat, you're bologna, man.
Yeah.
Rob's full of bologna.
That's funny. That's baloney.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. But
Thank you.
I
forgot what I was going to say.
You can do the Rodney Dangerfield. No respect. No respect.
Oh, yeah. Stefan's great at that, man.
Hang on, guys. I'm going to eat some lettuce. Hold on. There's a cow in here.
Do you like that? Oh, I was being condescending. I'm sorry.
That's what. Oh goodness.
Hey, thank you very much. eBay is in the house, and they say, "Hey, John,
really?
Hey, Johnny, I don't watch the streams very often, but keep up the great work." That goes to Rob and Dave as well.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Nobody says, "Did you guys have the schematics?"
Excuse me.
Huh? Do you guys have the schematics
No,
your guitar had for the wiring for the Frankenstein?
No,
I do not.
I don't either.
Rob,
did you see the Purple Wolfgang on Los Angeles's Craigslist for $1,100?
No, I'm sure it's not there.
Oh my God! I really, I got sent that. Johnny told me someone wanted to send it to me, and
somebody
and it got
told
sent
me
to me anyway. It was Zebra 3, our buddy Zebra 3.
He sent me a message early this morning saying, "Hey, tell Dave about this guitar in L.A." You know, and then apparently by the time I told you, he had already told you. Yeah,
he sent it to me. It was so cool. By the way, thank you, Zebra 3, and I love the Starsky and Hutch reference. Love it. He made a Gran Torino. He has a Gran Torino car with the striping on it, like Starsky and Hutch. It's insane. He sent me a photo of it. He sent me a photo of it today. I was like, "Is that a replica? Is that like a toy, or is that a real car?" He's like, "No, it's my real car." I'm like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah, that's awesome.
Freaking out when I saw
it. That's amazing. I love that car. That car, the black and the Dukes of Hazzard car, the '69 Charger.
Yeah.
I always thought, for some reason, it would be so cool to take the Dukes of Hazzard car, right? The orange, paint it like the 5150 car, because the orange on the Dukes of Hazzard car is almost the same sunset orange tinge as the 5150. And, put a big EVH on the top, and instead of 01, 5150. Or 51 on one side and 50 on the other, and then stripe it up. That would look pretty cool.
Yeah. But would you put the flag on top of it? The rebel flag?
No, not for. I mean, I don't have anything against that, because it's American. Well, I'm going to be careful when I say this, because I don't want to offend anybody. I don't have anything against it, and I love it on the Dukes of Hazzard car, because that's just the car. I wouldn't do it on a Van Halen type car. You know what I mean?
I agree, but on that car, it belongs on that car. It's just a TV show.
Of course,
Who cares?
it's the general
It's a TV show.
Yeah, it's the General Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The name of the car is called General Lee. Come on.
Exactly.
You can't take that flag off the top.
No.
And I'm a Northerner. I'm a Yankee, of course.
Yeah.
But you can't take that off, and you can't take offense to it. It's just a TV show.
You know.
Relax.
Yeah, I know, and that's the thing. It's like so worked up about stuff, but I'm not gonna divulge. You know,
Did they actually digitally take the flag off that car on all the shows?
Yes. On all the shows, they digitally took the flag off the car. Yes.
See, that's crap. Come on.
So the shows that are actually in syndication, or did they just take the show off the air completely?
Oh, I don't know.
Or like any future like releases of the series on DVD, the flag will be there, right? They can't take it off.
Oh, I don't.
That. Or that's probably already out though, right?
Well, it must have been something.
Yeah, I
recent.
think it's already out.
It must have been something recent because I have the DVD box sets and they're all on there from like years
This
ago.
was just in the last few months. Months,
okay.
there was some
Last year.
crazy people out there.
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Come on, give me a break. Whatever happened to freedom of speech? It depends on who's speaking. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Whoa. Rob's mad now. Just no swearing though, please.
Bad.
Son of a.
Who swore?
You can say whatever you want.
Well, within reason.
We all get hate
Did
mail
I
from time
curse?
to
I
time,
didn't curse.
You know.
Oh,
Just don't even respond. You know.
So where's Dimebag Darrell's Confederate flag guitar?
Oh, I don't know. Ask his brother.
I bet he's not afraid to play it. You know. Oh, by the way, I saw.
I mean, we're all south of somewhere anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Everybody's, hey, you know what? The way I see it, everybody's equal. Doesn't matter who you are, what you are. We're all brothers. We're all the same breed, basically. That's how I feel. But anyways, that's just me. Did any of you guys get on? Did you get on the links today, Johnny, by any chance, and see under show your music and video links here? Brett posted that cover he did of Stone Temple Pilots Plush. Did you check that out?
I saw it late last night when he first posted that on the Facebook. I listened to it. Yeah.
That has to be one of the best covers of that song. And whoever it was singing the vocals, that was pretty good. He sounded very much like Scott Weiland. A little, not quite as raw. It was definitely more cover bandish, but I was really impressed. That has to be one of the best versions of Plush I've ever heard. I really liked it.
Cool. Yeah, it was cool. I listened to it last night. Literally right when he posted it, because it just happened because we're friends, and he put it right. I was sitting here, and it popped up. There it was, and so I listened to it. Excuse me. And yeah, it was cool.
He's between you burping and me chewing.
Yeah, I know. I know. Oh God. Hey, Mark.
Dave, go eat a sandwich or something so you can join the club.
No.
Drink a glass of milk real quick. Drink a glass of milk. Join the party. If you want to talk about pain, man, drink a glass of milk.
So what is it about that sandwich that bothers you so much, like later on?
The jalapenos that I put on it.
Oh, okay.
So it makes it super spicy, super hot. Yeah. I post a photo usually. I'll show you the photo. I haven't posted it yet. I'll post it once we get done with this. Let's see. I'll show you the photo I took. Every time I have the sandwich, I take this photo with my man, and it's funny because the photo I got he's right in the. Look at his mouth. His tongue's hanging like.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Hey, I'll be right back, guys. I actually have to bow out for a second because this iPad's about to die. I have to switch over to the iPhone.
Okay. Does he get a bite, Johnny, when you have those? Does he ever get a bite?
He gets some of the meat, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Johnny, black belt, yellow belly. Johnny, can you ask Rob if his kill switch is a little noisy when the note rings out?
I'm not quite sure I understand that question. Is it noisy when the note rings out when I'm using it or when I'm not using it? Because my first response would be no, not at all. It's totally quiet.
I don't know. Maybe his is backwards too. It sounds like Nesdal's was all backwards, and every time he would use it, he would get a grounding sound instead of silence. Is that what you had?
That's what I'm thinking. If he's
like,
getting feedback, yeah, if he's getting any kind of feedback with it, my guess is it might be backwards because mine is fine when I play. I don't hear any unwanted feedback.
When the note dies out, he says. When the note dies out, is the kill switch a little noisy?
Not at all.
So once you're using it, okay.
And that's what I just did on the amp. No, mine is wired correctly because when I hit it, it's dead. It's like the amp's not even on. Nothing. It totally kills everything. Not only the note, but also the Dave, you taking a shower?
The grounding issues. Yeah.
Dave, are you in the shower?
No, why?
I just saw a shower curtain or something.
No, that's not a shower curtain.
That's his what do you call it?
The ceiling.
His Star Trek what do you call it?
Beam me up, Scotty.
Yeah. Oh, the what do you call those things?
I was like, whoa, this is
it's the light. It's the light in my living room.
I know. I was like, whoa, this is gonna be an interesting hangout.
Oh man.
So Johnny, how was that Frankenstrat that you played?
Well, Rob, funny you should ask. Oh yeah, it was amazing, dude. Amazing,
I saw all 900 pictures you put up on Instagram.
Oh, and there's more to come, man. That's as Eddie says, that's the tip of the iceberg. That's the ice cube,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was amazing. It was.
Both of you guys have played those. I've never played one. The original.
It was crazy. I mean, even though I know it's the replica, even though I know it's not the real guitar, right? But it's like you're playing it, and it's just so strange because it's a replica of the real thing.
Yeah.
And I know there's people out there that are gonna say, oh no, they're not correct, blah blah blah, whatever. But let's see you try to make one, okay?
Yeah.
But it was just.
Okay, hang on. Let me go make one. Oh yeah, that's right. I did.
Yeah. Well, Dave's actually. You've played like 10 of these things, right? The real thing, or the replica?
A few more of those, yeah.
13.
Yeah.
What do you think of the playability of these things, Dave?
Once they're set up, I mean, it's the same thing. When they come from the factory, they're not set up well.
Right.
But
this one was
great.
set up.
Well, that's because the guy probably set it up.
This one was set up, and
that one is in a shop where he probably has like 5 guitars in the whole store. Of course he set it up.
No, there's more, but also the shop where that guitar is, the tech that works at that shop, actually is how do you say it? Is connected to one of the guys that was responsible for building those actual guitars. Okay. So they probably got the guitar in, and the guy, he's like, oh, so and so was responsible for these things. So he probably went and I think that it's on consignment maybe as well. The shop doesn't own it.
Right.
So they probably allowed this other guy to probably set it up. But yeah, it's.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
It's amazing. It's but like what I was saying though, even though I know it's not the real guitar, the real thing. It's so close to being what I think that guitar would be.
Right.
And I mean, you can look at it, and it's cool to look at, but while you're playing it, it was a trip.
If I was
I normally don't trip out about stuff like that because
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of cool things. I've gotten to play a lot of cool things, and just something about that guitar. Yeah, it was a trip. It was. I don't know.
If I was
I'm not
lucky
I'm
enough,
not gonna lie. Go ahead.
I was just going to say real quick, if I was ever lucky enough or had enough money to purchase one, I would. But there's two things I would do to it. I would rip off the reflectors off the back and put the proper ones on, and I would put chrome crown heads on. Other than that, I'd be good to go, because those are just two things that just annoy me about it.
Well, you know, I got news for you. Once you rip those reflectors off, off comes some of the paint too.
Yeah,
And then
Off comes all the value of it.
you can forget about selling it after a while.
Yeah, I know.
And
I guess
why
if
would
I
you
was
pay
going to
20
keep
grand
it
for
for
it?
myself, I was lucky on this Frankenstrat that I have. I mistakenly put the wrong reflectors on 7-8 years ago, whatever it was, when I got it, 9 years ago. And a couple years later, I realized, I said, "Oh man, the prisms are wrong. They're not, right size. They look good to to someone who isn't as geeked out as guys like us are." So I found the right ones, and I ended up putting them on. I got lucky because when I pulled the first one off, I had some of that, that foamy stuff, like the one that's cut in half, snapped in half. It has that foam stuff, the undercoating, sticky stuff. But the other ones, I was lucky. They popped right off, and I didn't ruin any of the paint. But I see what you mean. I think you'd be taking a huge chance. And I didn't know any better, and I just got lucky.
You're talking about this?
Yeah, like the foamy residue, sticky
The
stuff.
foamy? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's.
I mean, I think I think the wrong tuning pegs and all that stuff on those guitars is cool anyway. If I bought that guitar, I'd leave it just the way it is, just because that's the way it was made.
Yeah.
I'm not going to change that.
It's an official guitar.
Yeah.
It's official.
Yeah. And Eddie he's got quite a few of them that look like that.
Yeah.
It's not his original one, but he's got those with those tuners on it and those reflectors. So
Right.
who cares?
Yep.
It's all
Hey.
enough for everyone.
Yeah.
Why do you sound so far away, too?
I don't know. I can't tell you. I have no idea.
He's in the shower.
It'd be better if you actually did this and talked like this, but then you wouldn't hear us.
Right.
And I can't hear you.
Well,
You can't hear me.
I can't hear you?
You can't? I'm asking you.
No, I can't.
I don't know why.
Why what?
huh?
Huh? Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
Oh gosh.
No, I can hear you.
Nichols?
I have great hearing,
Now I don't hear anything.
believe it or not. Any news on the ship date for the 5150 EL34 Met 100-472 says?
Isn't it November? October, November, I thought. Sometime in the fall. I thought David mentioned a date. I thought a couple of hangouts ago.
He can't hear you.
Huh? No. No, it's in the shower again. No.
Uh-oh. Hey, Johnny. Oh, you're talking to me. Hey, Johnny. How is the finish and Floyd on that guitar and pickup? On the Frankenstein? The finish was awesome. It looked totally beat up. You could feel the stripes. You could feel everything on it. The Floyd on the guitar was actually, it looked brand new. That's something I was asking Nesdal about last night. Oh, and there he goes. Because I had thought maybe that Floyd was supposed to be all like relict and rusty and whatever, but it wasn't. The Floyd actually looked brand new on it.
Which is it, and that makes sense too, Johnny, because I know it's not the Frankenstrat guitar, but Eddie's 2015 tour relic. Yeah.
Let me present myself.
Eddie's 2015 tour relic. There's an interview with Chip on YouTube, and they're asking Chip about the, how they did the guitar, and Chip's going through the whole process of basically saying what he did, how he did it. And Chip said the only part they didn't relic was the Floyd, because they did not want to take, with all the moving parts and everything like that, they wanted the Floyd to kind of age on its own because if you start to age a Floyd, you got to be real careful because stuff will start to lock up, like the saddles and the screws. Now, I don't know if that was the reason why they didn't do it on the Frankie, but I know that was the reason why they didn't age the 20 Tour Relics copies they did.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yep.
I saw that. Here's some of the photos that I took.
That's cool.
They're on my Instagram right now. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's just Johnny Beane. Somebody just liked one of my photos right now. There you go. There's a shout out. Oops.
That's cool. When was this, John? Yesterday? Yesterday?
Yeah. Yeah, it was just yesterday. Yesterday what?
Tuesday. Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday.
What time was it? I got up there actually earlier than normal. This was up in Danville, California.
They just happened to have one there selling?
It's on consignment. I knew it was there because I had seen it like a couple weeks before, but there was no way I could actually try it out. And then when I was there yesterday, I walked in the shop and the owner acted like he knew me. He's like, "Hey man, how have you been?" All this stuff, right? And I'm thinking, I'm like, "Well, I know I don't know you, but, you know." So it was
like,
kind of
okay,
weird.
I'll take advantage of this opportunity.
It was kind of weird. It was like, "Hey man, how are you? Yeah. You see that guitar? Yeah, awesome. You want to try it? Yeah." And I'm like, "Sure." I didn't like if I was telling Dave earlier. I didn't have to drop any names or anything to get to play it. I couldn't believe it.
That's cool. What was the price tag on Johnny? What were they looking for it? Price-wise?
I don't even remember. Does Dave know? Do you remember when I told you last time?
I think you said 15.5.
Yeah. That's cool. Now, that's not a brass block. Is that a titanium block, or that's just one of the big old...
No, it's brass.
Is it?
It's brass. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see the color now. I couldn't tell earlier, yeah. Yep. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's just got all those scratches, you know.
Everything's perfect, too. They definitely totally geeked out on that guitar, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so I've got like a bunch of video of me like playing the thing and stuff. You know. Bunch of stuff I haven't put up yet, but I will. I bet that was a blast, Johnny. I need to watch that video. Blackie DH says, yeah, it's the Let me stop presenting myself. How do I do that? There we go. Yeah. Once we're done with this, go back a video or two. There's a couple of videos already I put up, and you can check them out. And yeah, I'll put up some more videos later. Yeah, the pickup was great. Pickup was awesome. Yeah, I keep burping. It's from those jalapenos. Jalapeno? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Okay, there was another question up here. Mark Taylor says, has anyone anyone who's used to a Les Paul flipping the toggle switch upside down on a Wolfgang? Huh?
Yeah, I mean, I don't, on a Les Paul, something without a Floyd, like my Les Paul, I don't mind the toggle switch being the traditional, Les Paul way, because typically when I'm playing that guitar, I'm not doing whammy bar stuff, and I really am not tapping or, doing anything that would get my arm in the way of, that I played a little differently with like a Strat or a Telly or a Les Paul than I would with an EV8 Super Strat or a Music Man PV or whatever. So it bothers me when on the tobacco guitar that I had having the toggle switch backwards. I don't like, because now I'm doing stuff on the fretboard and I'm whacking the the knob. You know, I'm whacking the toggle switch.
You said you're whacking the knob, man. Come on.
Yeah, I just caught that after
Keep
you.
it clean.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't mind it on the Les Pauls, but on the Van Halen style guitars, I don't particularly care for. Whacking the knob.
Hey, at least Dave
Don't you have a
didn't say
pretty
it.
blonde? Don't you have a pretty blonde to do that for you these days?
Ugh.
Yeah, pretty blonde. Only on Mondays and Fridays, though. No, I'm kidding.
Somebody says username ME100472 says the Wolfgang Specials and Stripe series are shipped without cases. Huh? Injection molded foam or not? I'd still think shipping would have an impact on how setup is coming out of the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, yeah. When I got my Stripe series, it was in a box within a box. There was no case, and it was covered in like styrofoam blanket kind of stuff. Remember that? I actually did an unboxing video. I never put it up. I do have a video of me unboxing the thing. No, you're both frozen.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm just stuffing my face still.
Eric Senior says, "Hey Dave, hope your mom is doing better."
Thank you.
Yeah, cause what? I mean, you don't have to get into it, but yeah, last night you like vanished, and then today you told me you're helping your mom out.
Yeah.
Brian the Geek just said just now, when did the show turn into Beavis and Butthead? It always has been.
Yeah.
You just have to catch it at the right time, which today is right now. You know. Oh, and by the way, here's my Frankenstein. I actually did get a Frankenstein. Believe it or not, I actually did get a Frankie, and here it is.
Cool.
Right there. Back is all relict.
Where'd you get that? That's cool.
Everything. A friend of mine gave it to me, and look, there's a sticker.
Oh, I love that. I got to get a couple of those.
EVH Gear stickers. Yeah.
I'm still
Friend of mine sent them. Thank you again. Yeah.
I'm still looking for the EVH sign like Nesdal's got on his wall. Got to get one of those.
Good luck.
Yeah, not easy to come by.
Good luck finding one of those. David Allen Wright did and built one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could just like slip it under your jacket when you're leaving, you know?
There's this big blank space on the wall.
Actually, he can't. He can't just slip it under his jacket because the whole wall will come down.
You know, he'll be walking out. He'll be holding his stomach, holding it, you know, under his jacket. But he'll be telling you, "Oh, Dave, that was a great breakfast. Oh, I'm so full. All right, gotta go. Bye." He shuts the door. He takes off, and you look, and the thing's gone.
That's a good idea. He's going to have to buy me breakfast anyway for the room and board, and I'm not even going to be seeing him. Coming over, and I'm not even going to see him.
What are you talking about? You'll see me.
Hey, dude.
Yeah, well, for like
Howie's
an hour.
here.
No, like an hour and a half when we get there, and then, you know, bring you out to breakfast on.
Don't take me so seriously. I'm just kidding with you.
I know.
But you still buy me breakfast.
You're damn right.
Don't call him Shirley.
I have to
Going
give
the bagel store Sunday morning. Bagel store breakfast.
I have to give you something for, you know, sleeping on your couch.
It's going to be a bed. It's not going to be a couch. You're not. I mean, you're going to pull that couch out to be a full bed.
Oh, good. I was nervous there for a minute. No, I'm joking.
You'll be sleeping in his couch.
No, you're sleeping on the couch. Your guest will be sleeping in the bed with me.
Hey, I'm jealous, Dave. That's supposed to be me in the bed with you.
Oh.
You don't have bumps.
Okay. This went into Beavis and Butthead mode. That's going to be our new motto, Johnny. Like, whenever we start getting like this, we've gone into Beavis and Butthead mode. Which is pretty much every hangout.
Yeah, but there's three of us. Who's Beavis and who's Butthead and who's the man out?
Me.
It's more like
I'm not even here. I'm not even here. Don't even pay attention to me. It's you guys.
Actually,
This show is all about you two, not me.
it's actually like Mo, Larry, and Curly, the Three Stooges. You know?
I just push the button to let you guys, go crazy. And also, Brian the Geek says, on behalf of the EVH fans, Johnny, could you wish Dave's mom a speedy recovery? He says, "Mom." You're in England, right? And he also says, "Somebody send me a Wolfgang body."
Well, Johnny's got a neck that's waiting for a Wolfgang body, so.
Yeah, it's been waiting,
That's only been a couple months. It hasn't been that long.
Has it been a couple months already?
Yeah. I sent it in end of June. No. I'm sorry, beginning of July. So it's like been 2 months.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, a couple months.
Yep.
It's been sitting here on this chair at the kitchen table. It sits on a chair like it's waiting for dinner. I
don't know about you guys, but whenever I have like a neck laying around,
I've got my Kramer neck. Somebody needs to send me a Kramer body as well. Oh, and somebody needs to send me a Fender neck too. I could make a cool guitar,
Yeah.
if I really wanted to.
I don't know about you guys, but if I ever have a neck laying around that's not on a body, not whatever, I just can't stop like messing around doing like fret positions and stuff.
Like this?
Yeah, yeah.
Look at this. Do I look weird? Okay.
No, not at all.
I've got one of these just sitting here doing nothing.
I thought you ended up selling that, Dave.
No, I wound up not selling it. I sold the neck, but not this.
Oh, that's right.
Nice.
Johnny, you're getting sleepy. Johnny, you're getting sleepy.
That is a beautiful body.
If I fall asleep, this thing will end up being 8 hours before YouTube shuts it off automatically.
Johnny, that is a beautiful body.
Mine? Oh, thank you very much.
The guitar too, but
Smoother like a lady. Except
I
think I'm ripping these pickups out and putting them in my I have a Carrera, an 83 Carrera that I'm going to put these pickups in because they're the original pickups for the guitar.
those are shallers, right?
Yeah, these are shallers, and I need to put a set of shallers in my Carrera that's getting refretted right now.
Nice.
That's a
Cool.
guitar that I haven't seen in 9 years.
I don't understand that. How is that possible?
I don't know. I really don't know. I love my buddy who does all my fret work, but he dropped the ball on that. But he's in the middle of doing it. I asked him to put dot fret markers in that guitar because Carreras don't have any dots. And I asked him to refret it. It's taken him forever. In his defense, I know the neck was a little fakakta. It was kind of had a twist in it, but he fixed it and leveled the board. And it's just been waiting for dot markers and frets for a long time. And I finally confronted him on it last week. I'm like, dude, come on. I've paid you many times already for this thing. I've paid you many moons ago, and I'd like my guitar.
Did he even remember he had it before you reminded? Did he even remember? Did he even remember he had it before you asked him about it?
Oh yeah, because I remind him from time to time, but I actually had to have a come to Jesus talk with him about it.
Yeah, I would have had that about 6 years ago.
Here's the thing. I've been very lenient about it because whenever I need something done right away, and take me, before everyone.
Yeah.
Really give him a hard time for that guitar, but it's been it's been 9 years, and it's I went to his house the other day, and I'm like, I saw the body sitting there, still nothing done to it. I'm like, dude, come on, really? If I'm gonna come to your house, if you're not gonna do the guitar, can you at least not put it within eyesight? So,
at least hide that guitar.
I'm gonna mention something.
Yeah.
9 years?
I said,
That's nothing, though,
time.
man.
It's
I have 2 guitars
9
that
years for a fret
I
job,
haven't
dude?
seen. Huh?
It's for a fret job. It's not like I lent it to him. I asked him to refret it for me, and I paid him for the job. Paid him $400 to do the job.
I have a guitar that I asked somebody to repaint for me. It's been 18 years.
That guy's dead.
I remember you told us that too. Yeah.
It was an original of 60s Dan Electro, Jimmy Page. Yeah, I haven't seen that thing in 18 years. And I have a hammer that I took to a store to get. It had one of those Wonder Bars, or it had a Kaler. And I'm just like, ugh. So I took it to the store to get the thing filled, so I could put a regular Les Paul bridge on it, right? When was that? That was at least 9 years ago.
Well, let me ask you this: did you ever talk to the person and tell them where?
Yeah. Yeah. What happened was they had moved the store, and they lost it. It was gone.
Oh.
So it's probably there somewhere, just buried.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. Yeah. They'll come across it someday.
Don't you think you ought to get reimbursed for that?
Yeah.
All right then.
They also lost an amp. I had an amp I took in there, and it vanished. One of those PV, what was it called? The 30. The little tweed things? PV.
Yeah. Classic 30.
Classic 30. I had one of those. I took it in, went back, it was gone.
Yeah, that's
stuff vanishes. Yeah. So I've got like a whole like stage setup of stuff that's like disappeared over the years. But yeah, I really wish I had that Dan Electro actually. That would actually be one of my main guitars if I had that guitar. That Dan Electro. I'm actually more into that. That kind of stuff. Echo. Who's not wearing headphones?
I'm not.
Who else isn't wearing headphones?
Dave.
I took my headphones off because you said you couldn't hear me. So.
No, it's the same. Your audio is exactly the same as it was.
Hang on, guys. I'm just going to use the restroom. Right back.
Take us with you.
Well, Dave took us in the showers. So.
There goes the neighborhood.
ME100472. What number would that be? It wouldn't be 100. It'd be a million?
How many digits is it?
1, 2, 3, 6 digits. 100,472?
Okay.
Is that what it would be? 100,400.
I guess.
Would it?
If it's 6 digits.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. Is that right? For some reason, the older I get, the better I get at math, just off the top of my head.
So just by reading a number, you're better at math?
No, I can add stuff in my head like really quickly now, whereas I couldn't for years. But don't ask me anything. Ask me something like 5, plus 6. And of course, I have to think about it right now. But Beane, you sound like Howard Stern. when will we? when will we get porn stars on the show instead we get guitar porn? Well, I just asked Rob to take us to the bathroom with him, and he wouldn't. So we almost had something, but I think I don't know if that's for everybody watching that. I don't want to see that. What Anyway. Oh, Vinny says, "Hey, Vinny." Douglas says,
What's up, Vinny?
Says zip code. That's like that's somebody's.
Oh,
zip
it's
code?
a zip code.
But that's a lot. That's too many numbers. 10047.
Yeah, it should
Isn't
be
a zip
5
code?
numbers.
A zip code's usually 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is
Brian.
it Zipkin?
Now you want to follow Rob to the bathroom. The words "la cage," foals mean anything? Huh?
I don't understand. I don't get it.
Oh, this guy's mad because I said he was in England when he's not. He's
Who?
he's Brian the Geek.
Geek, where is he?
He's in he's Welsh. Irish?
What I want to know is why isn't he in Ronkonkoma with his wife?
I thought he was in England. Didn't he say something about the UK the other day?
I thought he did. Well, the UK doesn't mean just England.
Oh, okay. But UK, okay, all right.
Why aren't you home with your wife?
Good evening, Eduardo. Do a guitar video. Oh yeah, this Nert RWD is asking me to do a guitar collection video. Well, I've got that guitar right there. I've got this guitar right here. Sort of a guitar. Almost. I've got this guitar. This is almost a guitar too. And then I've got this guitar, which is almost a guitar. So I have mostly almost guitars.
Yeah, but you got a bunch of stuff above the loft too, right? Some of that stuff is parts.
Who said that?
Dave.
The bathroom porn star.
10,472. Is that what the numbers? Oh, is that your birth date?
Mine is 10,573. That's interesting. 10,472. A year and a day older than me. If that's...
Vinny says, "Hey, Rob."
Now that's good math.
Hey, Vinny, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I'm pretty smart, Dave. I'm smart. I'm wicked smart.
Okay. He Brian the Geek just answered Dave back.
What'd he say?
He said,
That I should go F myself?
well, yeah, maybe you should. He said his mom had a mini stroke, so
Oh,
he's
Jesus
home
Christ.
looking after her. Kathy's in Long Island bowling. Kathy is in Long Island right now bowling. He has no idea why. It's
What?
isn't-
She's in Long
it's-
Island doing what?
bowling. It's league night,
Okay, that's cool.
isn't it?
Did he tell me that? Go F myself?
No, he didn't.
Say I can't take 2 people in one night.
Yeah, Dave got some hate mail yesterday.
I got some hate mail today.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's all right. I'm the one that gave it to him.
You know what? It's actually good. It's actually good that I got some hate mail because maybe I do need to check myself a little bit. So
I don't even understand
that's okay.
I didn't even get it, but
That was that whole condescending thing earlier that I kept saying. No, I'm being condescending, but I was trying to make a joke out of it. But maybe I come off that way, and I'm sorry.
Come off condescending? No. I don't know. I guess everybody interprets things.
Just in case the dude is watching, I apologize.
mm-hmm. Yeah. But also, you guys do realize this is a show, like it or not. This was never a show to me. This was just the 3 of us just talking about this stuff. But everybody kept telling me, I love your show. I love your show. It's a show. So you have to realize if this is a show, you know, some of the stuff that's put on here is for the show.
Right.
Right? Even though we are real.
Yeah.
Even though we are real, we're real people. We do take it up several notches while we're on the camera. You know? Like normally Rob does take me into the bathroom on FaceTime, okay?
Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. You know, if I come off sounding condescending, I don't mean to. I'm the guy who always gets made fun of. These guys make fun of me constantly on this thing, and I sit here and take it. So if I'm condescending,
It's probably well deserved. Yeah.
I do it with a smile. That's all.
Yeah, we don't make fun of him in real life.
No, never. He makes fun of us in real life all the
Yeah,
time.
in real life, Dave
I really don't.
yelling at us.
All day long, I get texts. Dave's like, "Rob, you're such an idiot," you know. No, I'm kidding.
I'm actually the brainchild behind this whole thing, right?
Yeah, it's the Dave. It's the Dave show. This is the original Dave TV is what this is.
Oh, it's so funny.
But it just happens to be on my channel because he doesn't want to do it on his channel.
Nesbot TV.
That's really what it is.
Yeah, because I don't want to read the hate mail.
Oh, okay. Okay. Bill Camporis says Dave
No,
is
I'm just
awesome.
kidding.
Yeah, but he's wicked condescending sometimes. I tell you, it's awful.
Black Belt Yellow Belly says, "I love your funny personalities. Don't sweat the trolls." Yeah,
Cool.
I don't pay
Yeah.
attention to the trolls. I get the trolls. I get them every day.
Trolls? Are those little guys that hide? Are those little guys that hide under the bridge? With funny.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're the guys that make fun of the fat orange bald guy.
Who's orange?
Well, he
Apparently, I was on the video that we did.
he's red today.
I was wearing an orange shirt. So
Dave, you're sexy.
not everyone is going to like you. You know, not everyone's going to like you, and it's cool. It's all good. Thank you for even commenting. So it's all good.
I think you're sexy. So
I must have done something right if he actually commented.
there you go. That's one good way of looking at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Otherwise, why would people even even write in?
Yeah.
I mean, or comment or whatever. You know, at least it means people are watching. The whole thing is it's about getting people to watch. That's all it is.
Yeah.
All we're doing is I mean, the reason we do this is to entertain you guys. That's the whole reason we do this. You know. Well, also, I mean, we do like talking about this stuff, you know. But like I said, the whole reason we even started doing this kind of thing is because we would talk about this stuff anyway. You know, we talk on the phone. You know, we would Skype. Rob and I would Skype every 5 years. You know,
That's a lot.
or something. Yeah.
Well, it's like having someone having your guitar
all
for
we're
9
saying
years.
is give peace a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had the idea. It's like, oh, why don't we just do this on a live video where people can watch, you know, and comment, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole reason we even started doing this kind of thing. You know, it's just to entertain. It's just to and also to inform. You know, because like it or not, we do know what we're talking about.
That's right.
You know.
And the other thing about it too
And
is
Johnny was all upset and in arms that I was going to curse this guy out and curse and freak out.
Well, no, I wasn't mad about that. I was just saying, you know, if you wanted to go off on the guy, you could. It's just you can't swear.
No. I'm not going to go off on that guy because here's the thing. Perceives me to be that way, then it's pretty, you know, it's valid. It's a valid comment. If someone sees me being that way, it must be that way. So I need to check myself. That's all. And I'm letting him know that, and thanks for the comment. That's all.
is that like checking yourself for ticks? Check for ticks.
So you better check yourself.
You better check
I'm
yourself.
for real. I'm for real.
I've had
so check
ticks.
yourself.
You better
I've
check
had-
yourself
I've
before you
had
wreck
two
yourself.
I've had 2 ticks. Out where I live, I pulled a tick off my stomach recently.
You did say tick, right?
Yeah, I have 2 ticks.
2 of them.
I've had two.
You said you had 2 of them. I just
I didn't mean at the same time though either. You know, ticks.
I love this show.
But it's not a show. Come on.
Well, it is tonight.
Brian the
you better
Geek
check
says.
yourself.
Brian the Geek says, "You 3 guys have helped me through some hard nights lately and made me smile. So again, thank you."
That's awesome.
That's why we do this.
Brian the Geek.
Brian the Geek, man.
Brian, when you come back to Long Island, please look me up.
That's why we do this.
That
That's the reason I do this stuff is to make people laugh. You know.
And I would just
That's
add,
the whole reason I dig doing this stuff.
and I would add one thing to Brian. Like we said, that's awesome that we can make people smile. And I, for one, also have had a really rough year with a bunch of stuff going on, and hanging out with these 2 guys, and being honored to have an opportunity to answer some of the questions that you guys all out there ask. That puts a smile on my face, and I'm being 100% serious right now. It does. And not only do we really like doing it, I'll speak for myself on this one, but I learn a lot from all you guys. Every time we do a hangout, I learn something, no doubt, and sometimes more than one thing. And some of the questions everybody asks kind of make you think sometimes, and I pick up a lot of stuff just by hearing Dave and Johnny's response, and other people's feedback. Eric, and Jared, and Vinny, anybody that's been on the calls. It's always good because there's always a good.
I agree with you, but the one thing I wish you would learn about all this is to be on time.
Punctuality is key. Punctuality is key. Yeah, I was doing really good with that until recently.
I tell you, I'll tell you, and I really believe this. I believe that there are people that are on time, and people that are not on time. It's just in your DNA. You're either on time or you're not, and that's just the way some people are.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this is you. It happens. I mean, seriously, stuff happens. But there are people in life that are always on time or a little bit early for everything.
Oh yeah.
That for their life, they cannot be on time for
I know, you're so right. And I know an example of each one of those people, actually. My mom and dad, I mean, unless they've actually gotten better. Excuse me, they have gotten better over the years. If you invite them to dinner at 5, you better be asking them to come at 4. Tell them dinner's at 4.
Yeah, I know.
Because they will show up at 6:10.
I got news for you. If my guests showed up at 6:10, they'd be showing up with no food on the table because it will be all eaten. At 5, and they don't show up at 5, I'm meeting at 5.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, the only problem with that, though, Dave, is when I invite my parents down, usually they're bringing dinner. So, it's kind of like.
Well, you're going to starve. That's the difference. Look at you and look at me. I'm not starving.
Oh, gosh.
Hey, and yeah, Dave, Brian the Geek says, he says, thank you, and it'll be an honor. He looks forward to it.
Awesome. It'll be an honor for me, actually, not for you, pal.
Awesome.
Yeah.
See, we're talking guitars and changing lives.
Yeah.
That's what we do. That's what we do here.
Can I hug you guys? I just want to hug.
You know.
You just want a hug?
Yeah,
Everybody hug your Wolfgang right now.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'm hugging you. Wait.
What's that finger motion you're doing there, Dave?
Vinny.
Hugging you.
Oh,
That's how small you are
oh,
on my cell phone.
you're tickling my ear. That's okay. Gotcha.
Vinny says all three of you guys are my best friends, and I consider you guys to be best friends, the best friends he's ever had.
Thank you, Vinny.
Thank you, Vinny. Thank you very much.
You're
not so
also
bad yourself, kid. You're a good kid. Now go play your guitar.
You're also an amazing friend, Vinny. Good, you're amazing. And, actually, I got a question for Vinny. Vinny, have you been playing that? Kind of what Dave was saying. Have you been playing that guitar, the one that we sent you? And if you have, what do you think? Question for Vinny.
Mm-hmm. Also, Jim, is it Nichols? Says,
All
hey
right.
now, it's Jim from Ron Concama?
Konkama.
Just
Ron
joking. I live in
Konkama.
North Carolina. Are the lock and
What part of North
K&E
Carolina?
are the lock and K&E bodies pretty comparable? Rock on.
Comparable as
Yeah,
to how?
they're pretty consistent, both K&E and well, I know Chris Lock's bodies are all consistent because
Yeah.
all of my Stripe guitars are Chris Lock bodies.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I have a K&E body as well. With the polka dots is a K&E, and it's great. Really a great guitar. Both are great.
And I agree with Dave. I have two Chris Lock bodies, 2 or 3, 2. I'm sorry, and they're very consistent. They're top notch. And I don't have any K&E guitars now, but my old Star, the one that I made before I got the EVH Star, was a K&E body, and it was spot on. And when I got that guitar, I bought the body from K&E, striped it up. And I really wish I still had that because the stripe job came out. It's one of those guitars that when you stripe it, you're like, oh, that's cool. Or I screwed up on that. Or it could be a little better, but I'll live with it. Or every once in a while, you're like, damn, that came out great. And I'm probably the biggest critic on my own work. I've been doing it a long time. But that was one of those few where I was just like, wow, I'm impressed with this. Not only was it like a super smooth like finish, I was very happy how the stripes came out, and I think I've shown you guys what the back of that looked like. And I improvised a little bit using some old pictures that I had, but then you have to improvise because there's no picture complete of the back that we know of. But that was a K&E body, and when I mounted that neck on that body and the Floyd and then brought it down to have my tech set it up, it was one of those where everything was just perfect. Everything lined up, everything intonated perfectly. So I've had great luck with both companies as well.
Oh, I know what I'd like you to bring with you when you come. There's a couple things I'd like you to bring with you, and I know you're gonna laugh. But I would like to see. First of all, I'd like to see the black and yellow guitar.
My leotard.
Huh? Not on you.
Go ahead, Dave. What were you saying?
Your VH2. I'd like to see that.
Okay.
I know I'm not gonna ask for it, but I would like to see the beak neck. If you could just bring it, because I'd like to take a look at it and feel it, and also look at the decal. To leave it here or anything, but I'd like to see it.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Here it is. This is it right here. And
Yeah.
It was mounted on my guitar. It's a Musicraft one from a personal collection. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I will bring it, and it's going to stay at your house, and it will become yours because I'm giving.
No, I can't let you do that.
Well, I already did it. I just decided. So you can't take it back. This is your neck right now.
When are you guys coming here?
I already sent you a neck. No, but
dude,
this is yours now. I've been thinking about doing this for a while, and I'm not going to sell it to you. But I will tell you, you're going to feel this neck, and you're going to be amazed because it's insane. It's not bird's eye.
it's Cortison.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Dave,
It's Cortison.
the feel on this thing is phenomenal. I got it about maybe 3.5 years ago, Scott sent it to me, and this originally was a Strat neck. It was a Strat style, and he actually did what.
He did the beak.
He did the beak on it, so I know it's.
It looks correct.
Yeah, it does.
It looks real.
It does. And I already have a beak neck on my Kramer, and this neck basically just hangs on the wall next to the striped one, and it's not gonna get used, so I don't really need another wall hanger. And I know this guitar neck plays phenomenal. The holes in the back are Schaller minis as they should be, but this.
Yeah, I have a set.
Yeah, this is your new neck. It's coming to you, and I'm gonna leave it right here on my camp so I don't forget it. So I will bring that. We'll bring the Bumblebee, and I also will bring the. I want you to see my 16.2 tour relic. So.
Yes, absolutely. I want to see that because I've yet to see Chris's work on that. That's amazing. I mean, you saw the one I played one of the replicas.
Yeah.
But the problem with that was I was so like I was in shock that I was holding it that I didn't actually really look at it to see all the relic. I didn't look at it. I was like, oh my God, take photos of me with it. Case.
Yeah.
I didn't really look at it, so I would love to see yours.
Yeah. The only thing you'll want to do to this down the road, it's fine now, and I chipped the A out real good. You can tell. I mean, it's not an original. This is one of the only neck that I have that's not an original water slide decal. It's one of the stickers. So that's probably one thing you'll want to change down the road is put the original water slide on. This is fine. It looks good and it looks clean and it's accurate with the chop out of the A, but that's something you might want to change if you decide to mount this anywhere. So, yeah, but I think you're gonna like it. It's got, like I said, it doesn't have, it's unfinished. I never put a finish on it. I requested it not to have one, so you can tell a little bit of play wear, a little bit, but I bet you there's no more than 3 hours of playtime on this neck total at all. Yeah, so it's literally brand new. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. This is going to you, bud. That is your new neck. It's going right here, so I don't forget it. So I guess I'm going to try to leave about 7 o'clock Saturday morning. And like I said, that should put me out to your place between 10:30 and 11.
Okay.
So we'll get a little time to, catch up for a little bit before I head into the city, but.
Yeah. That's cool. All right.
I'm really anxious to see what you think of this tour relic. As far as.
Well, we'll do a little bit of A/B work. Maybe before you leave for the city, or what time did you think you were going to leave to go back home on Sunday? I
don't have to leave. I don't want to be getting home at nighttime, but I have a couple things I got to work out just to see what time I got to be back. But there's no major rush in the morning.
Okay, so like if you left by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you're fine?
Maybe, probably a little earlier than that, but yeah, probably around, I'm thinking 11 or 12-ish probably. Maybe. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. I'll have to find out. But yeah, we'll have some time on Sunday.
Okay.
Yep. That's what I'm planning on.
Cool. All right. Well, so Johnny?
Huh?
Somebody hit the pause button.
I was sleeping. What?
Yeah, I know.
Wait, look, I'm frozen.
Comments.
I'm frozen.
That's great.
Where's your mustache?
It's gone. The mustache fell
frozen
off.
Johnny.
Blackie DH says, "Are you guys going live Saturday when Rob is there?"
No.
I unfortunately won't. We'll probably take some pictures, but I'm heading into the city on some personal business, and I don't know. I don't think we'll probably be live because I don't anticipate being back too early. But Saturday night, it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah.
Well, that all depends on Johnny actually. Because I mean, if Johnny can do it, it doesn't matter because
Saturday?
Johnny's 3 hours behind us.
Saturday, I'm at rehearsal Saturday in Oakland. I'm gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
No hangout on Saturday.
I have a bunch of songs I still have to try to learn before Saturday. You see my sheet music and everything. Rock and Roo says, no soup for you. No soup for you.
No soup for you.
1 year.
Come back. 1 year. Yeah. Jim. Is it Nicholson?
All right.
He says Rob and Dave should go live from the Music Zoo.
Maybe Sunday.
Do a face
Sunday.
Oh.
They need a life too.
Yeah. I'm reading just real quick. I'm reading I posted pictures of my brass block, stainless screws, and the titanium blocks on Facebook. You can tell right here. I got the posted the picture. I'm sure Johnny and Dave saw it. But Eric Rodman commented, cool, it's all that. And I did want to talk about this real quick, unless Johnny's got something else. But this is kind of an interesting topic. Hey, Rob, I noticed you left the shim in there. It's my understanding it's not necessary, even more so with a big block. Just curious if you always leave the shims in there. So what he's talking about, I know Dave and Johnny know, but when you take the block off of a Floyd Rose, basically you take the bridge off. When you replace a block, you basically have to remove everything, essentially. Not everything, but you have to take the screws out. You have to take the saddles out, which means you have to back out the smaller Allen screws in the front of the bridge. And then that gives you access to typically 3. I've seen them with Phillips head, but they're Allen screws. It gives you access to 3 screws that you take out, and that allows the block to come off to change it. And on that block, I don't have an extra Floyd kicking around right now. You have on the base, you have the actual plate, which is what he's talking about. And then under the plate, typically you have the piece of metal with the little fingers that stick up like this, that the screws rest on. So he's saying, do you really need that plate, the bottom one? And no, you probably don't. But my feeling on the topic is the factory put it there for a reason. So I like to leave them. And plus, I also feel it's just one small little piece of metal that allows the Floyd to sit flush on the body. And if you take that out, you do have that piece of metal with the little fingers that stick up, which the screws sit on. And sometimes if that's sitting on the body, it pushes those screws up, and it doesn't. I've seen the guitar actually not stay in tune. So I've always kind of subscribed to the mindset of it was there for a reason, leave it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, not necessarily what everybody does. And the only other thing I would add is when I took that bridge off, we had a conversation about this a couple months ago, or maybe a month ago, when Eric Broadman had asked it, I think. He asked on the low E strings of the Wolfgangs, is that, the piece of metal with the little fingers that stick up and the screws rest on the low E string, is that piece of metal clipped off? And it blatantly is. So someone in the factory clipped that off, because you can tell it's not even a straight cut. And the D-tune actually works even better without that. It's so much easier to manipulate. But on all my other Van Halen guitars, including the Mexican Wolfgang Special, it's not. So when I replace that block in a couple of days, when the new brass block comes in, I will be clipping that low E finger off. I'll do it on that one because I'm very impressed with having it not on the USA guitar. What do you think on that, Dave? You agree with kind of what I said on all that, or?
Yeah, I do actually. I do agree with you on it. I think, although I haven't done it to my Mexican one, I think that's a good idea to do.
What do you think as far as the
I think it would be just a lot.
No, I said that bottom base plate piece of metal that he was in. Not
Oh,
the little.
yeah. I would keep it on because if you take it off, then your 37mm block will become shorter. You need that on there for the spring tension to be correct.
Okay.
Because that it doesn't matter that it's big brass or the steel one that's on it. It's about the length,
Right.
and if it's too short, it won't react the same. So if you take that shim out, it's going to become shorter.
Don't you also think, in addition to that, which I didn't think of, now that makes sense also. But in addition to that, would you agree with me that having that base plate piece of metal allows the Floyd to sit that much more flush on the body versus that other piece of metal with the little fingers on it? I mean, now you have those.
Yeah. Well, if it wasn't for that piece of metal, that piece of metal helps. It'll still sit on the base on the body, but you might have a little bit of play backwards, and when you break a string, it'll definitely, the rest of the strings will go out of tune because that base that shim there rests on the body, whereas the claw will probably, it won't rest on the body because it's not protruding like that shim is.
Yeah.
It'll go in the hole, and it'll bring your bridge slightly back farther, and
Right.
it'll create where you could pull up a little bit, even the slightest bit.
Yeah.
Will send your guitar way out of tune.
Yeah. Now you got to adjust the pivot screws up to level the body, neck out. Now your action's higher.
Well, not even that. At that point, you definitely will need a trem stopper in your guitar.
Good point.
Now I have one in my guitar. I hate using my cell phone. I have one in my guitar, but it's not to stop the tremolo from going back. It's just to add a little bit more resonance.
Yeah. See,
because it's touching the brass block.
See,
but this guitar doesn't need it.
Yeah, I always wondered that.
Huh?
And, no, I'm actually agreeing with you because I was going to ask you that question a week ago when you showed that, when you put the stuff on, you put all the new hardware on the bridge. And my first response was, why the hell does he have a trem stopper on? You don't need the trem stopper. And then you had mentioned that just having that mounted to the body with that piece of metal resting on the block, it makes sense that it would give more sustain. You know, it's that whole theory of Eddie having everything connected, kind of, you know, on steroids, so to speak. It's that theory on steroids. And do you notice a difference with the trem stopper?
Yes, because my my natural flame top one doesn't have one, and you can hear the difference in both guitars.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know some people don't like them because, and this doesn't really bother me, but I know some people don't like them because when you hit the bar, you get a clunk, clunk, clunk. But
you don't hear that when you're playing. When you're playing through an amplifier, you don't hear the clunk at all.
Right.
You don't hear it.
Right, and you can back that off.
You do hear it in this case, you know, when you're just listening to this. But so what? You're going to hear it anyway when the bridge is hitting the body anyway.
Right. Right.
It's not going to be as loud, but you're still going to hear it hitting the body.
Right.
So what's the difference?
Right, exactly. And you can back that screw off.
And one more thing, if you don't like it, felt to the end of that screw.
Exactly.
And you won't hear it.
Right. You know, that's another option. Just a little piece of felt. You know, it'll just kind of cushion it a little bit, be a small of a buffer, so to speak. But the other thing too is you can back that screw off enough to where it's not wham, you know, where it's just kissing it. You know, it's doing the job. It's connected. But there's all kinds of little things.
Well, the only downside to that is if it's, you know, it will back off by itself just by use. You know, use the tremolo enough, the screw in there will move on its own just from the rattling of the guitar.
Right.
The problem with what you're saying is if it's just barely touching,
it'll keep backing off.
your guitar is not going to resonate the same. It may actually
Yeah.
a little bit because sometimes it'll touch, sometimes it won't.
Yeah.
It'll when you're playing as well. It'll make like you'll like, what's that noise? What is that?
It'll be an inconsistent. Yeah, it'll be very inconsistent on how it works. Yeah.
It'll be like a sympathetic vibration that you will not like. So either don't have it at all or have it sitting on the block.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a good point.
You know.
Where do you get the trem stoppers from? You get them from Adam typically?
I get them from either Adam or from Floyd Rose, you know. But for me, you know, I get a deal at Floyd, so I shop there.
Yeah.
But you know, the things that I can't get at Floyd, I'll get from Adam.
What are the? I mean, either or. What are the trem stoppers usually run, Dave? Price wise?
I think they're less than $15.
Okay. Yeah, and the guys out there watching, they're so simple to install. They really are. I mean, you better literally.
It's just 2 screws. There's a screw underneath. Hang on. There's this screw here. Screw. That black, whatever that is.
Yep.
And you screw it in kind of like as close as you can to the edge, but not all the way because you want to have a little bit of movement on that one screw. And then you screw that black screw and that long screw. You screw that in until it's touching the bridge.
Yep. Oh, I see one thing that you did that's kind of neat. You stuck the Phillips head screws back in the holes, even though the pickup cavity, the trem cavity is not. Yeah, there you put the screws in anyways. I like that.
What are you talking about?
You put the Phillips head screws.
Oh yes, the screws
back in the hole.
Yes, I put them in so I wouldn't lose them.
Yeah.
Just so that I wouldn't lose them. That's the first thing that gets lost are those little screws.
I know. Yep. Gets sucked up in the vacuum or something, or whatever. Johnny, you around?
Yeah, and since this whole plate is recessed.
Yeah, I'm here.
Have these screws countersunk into the wood. They're sticking up just a little bit, but they're not going to grab your shirt because this whole thing here is recessed.
Now, Dave,
so it's not going to grab.
Do you need 2 black screws for the plate, the cavity plate? You mean to bring you 2 black screws? So no, they're not chrome screws. You get.
Care.
Okay.
For this?
Yeah.
Nope, I don't care. That's fine. It just I appreciate it though, and I think I may actually have black screws.
Okay.
He's on here just to make it more like something Eddie would do. Just anything as long as it works.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Definitely.
It doesn't have to be perfect as long as it works for me. That's what those screws remind me of.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually an interesting point. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that guitar. I kind of
I love this guitar too. The only thing that I didn't do that I think I will do is put a little bit of tape on the pickup so that the string doesn't go under. Like on yours and on Eddie's the electrical tape. I think I will do that. I just haven't done it.
Yeah. And what he's talking about, everybody out there, is you'll notice, and a lot of people don't notice this unless you're really kind of a geek like 3 of us and other people. But Eddie started, I don't know if he ever did this on his PVs or not. I don't believe he did. But he started doing it on the Wolfgangs, the EVH line, and it was on the Stealth guitar.
It was on the PVs too.
Did he really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't realize that.
Do you want to know where he got that from?
No. Oh, no, I do want to know, but I don't.
That idea from?
No, Dave, I don't want to know. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I don't know where he got it from. Go ahead.
Steve Vai. Steve Vai has been doing it since the early 90s with his guitars because, he does a lot of acrobatics.
Yeah.
with his guitars, and that string would get caught underneath the pickup, underneath the bobbin.
Yeah.
And he nicked that from Steve Vai, and also Dimebag Darrell was doing it with all his guitars. If you look at all those Deane guitars that Dimebag Darrell,
Yeah.
both humbuckers, both of them have that tape on that treble side.
That's interesting. And the reason they don't do it on the low E, everybody out there watching this video, is because typically you're never bending up on the low E string. You're bending.
Well, you can't bend the low E up. It'll just come right off the front.
It'll come right off the fretboard. So with
the tremolo arm and the strings get all flimsy, they're not going to go upward. They're going to go downward.
Right. And for everybody out there again watching, when Eddie's doing his cathedral stuff and he's going, or what, Dave, Romeo Delight, thump, 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 and he's whacking
when he does the dolphin, that's a dolphin sound, I think.
It's someone like Eddie that has such strong hands and plays aggressively as he does. That string can get caught on the side ridge of the pickup. So that tape being there, and also, believe it or not, the rubber band, keeps the tape on. But it's just that much more of a barrier to prevent that string from getting caught on that. And so most people would look at this and be like, what the hell is that? What's that purpose? Well, I mean, if you're an acrobatic type guitar player, it actually helps.
Right.
It's like,
absolutely.
No, Johnny.
It's an eyesore. It's not very pretty, but who cares? It's functional.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Johnny, you were saying that Eddie was doing that on his PVs? I never saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Dave, do you recall that being on the purple one when you saw it? Do you remember that at all?
But it actually started sooner. It started on his 5150 guitar. That white strip of tape that was on the underneath part?
Right.
That was for the same reason.
Yeah. Huh. It's interesting. He never did. Hey. Yeah. I almost wonder, when you look at these guitars, is there a way to manufacture the pickups so the cover plate isn't like that and it's a little smaller? So, I mean, is there a way to do that so the string doesn't get caught on that?
The only way to do that is to put a pickup cover on it.
Oh, like a soapbox?
Because the bobbin, the bobbin, going to be there's always going to be that ridge under there, and there's always going to be tape on top of the windings. The black, it's usually black tape, under on top of all the windings.
Right.
When they made these pickups, they never thought of that. Well, first of all, when they first made these humbucking pickups, they all had covers on them.
Yeah.
And the covers off of them to see what was underneath. And then they realized that the pickup sounded different with the covers off. People would take the covers off because it sounded different.
Right.
And at that point, some of those pickups, those early 50s pickups, weren't paraffin waxed. There was no paraffin waxing back then.
Right.
Sorry. So with the covers on, it would howl. They would howl. A lot of them would howl.
I'm sorry, Dave. I didn't mean to cut you off. My phone
That was her fault.
Suri just kicked in. She goes, sorry, I didn't get that. She I put my phone down and I must have hit Suri. So go ahead.
He punched his phone and the phone apologized. I saw that. And I'm really pasty right now.
Yeah, that is kind of.
I only see your avatar.
Really? You can't see me?
He's frozen again. I see you.
I take my glasses off. Huh? You can't see me?
Now I see you.
I take my glasses off and I turn into a ghost.
You look like John Lennon now.
I don't even recognize you.
You look like John Lennon.
He doesn't even look like Johnny Beane without the glasses. Oh, there he is.
No, he looks like he looks like John Lennon with his glasses off.
Yeah.
You guys have never seen me without glasses?
You look like John Lennon. Everybody, take your glasses off again. Everybody, tell me, does he look like John Lennon or not?
I don't know.
You look like John Lennon. Oh my God.
Do I?
Yeah, actually, he kind of does.
That's my real look, is John Lennon. Okay.
Listen, Johnny, listen to me. There's a classic photo of John Lennon in New York City with an "I Love New York" shirt on, and he looks. His hair is a little longer, but you look exactly like him. He's wearing the same type of hat as well.
Let's check that out.
Now, Johnny, do you need to wear glasses? Is it like really blurry when you don't?
No, it's not. Actually, certain bands that I used to play in, like hard rock bands or whatever, I take my glasses off. So I've played for years on stage without wearing glasses. But this was all mostly before the internet, you know, or before like MySpace and all that stuff. So, or Facebook, you know.
Yeah.
And then now the glasses have just become a part of, you know, who I am.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I do have to wear them when I drive. I don't have to. Yeah, it's a little blurry when I don't wear them, but it's not. I can you know, I can survive without them, you know.
Look at how he's looking at the camera.
Right?
So did I get my point across with the pickups or no?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You want to go for?
Absolutely.
Does he want his walk?
He probably does, but we already did it. We walked on the beach in Santa Cruz today.
Oh, he's campaigning again.
Mm-hmm. No, everybody's lining up for their dinner. There's two cats on the fence.
Oh, so
staring at
listen
me through the window.
I have a public service announcement to make, actually.
Uh-oh.
We already knew. We
Right.
could tell. What?
About strings.
What?
Everyone. Strings. Guitar strings.
Party at Dave's house tomorrow night.
Bring springs.
Using GHS boomers, 9 through 42. They're absolutely amazing. I just put a set on my 5150 guitar earlier today and played on the guitar all day. Now I got to tell you, they sound. Not only do they sound amazing, but the low A, the A and the low E string, they're round core. They're round core. Feel different, and the strings are amazing. So you guys need to go get some boomers. I know you have.
Is that the
tens,
package?
I know.
Is that the same package?
Yes, that's the package there.
GHS 9 through 42 boomers.
Yes.
These are 10s.
Absolutely
These are 10s.
try them. They're fantastic.
Okay.
And they're cryogenically packaged as well. So they absolutely will be fresh when you open them. Each individual string are cryogenically packaged.
It's like a cyborg.
Rob, have you tried these, Rob?
That's basically all I've used for the last couple years. Other than my Steinberger strings. On the Steinberger guitar, I have to use see, the Steinberger guitar is a little bit different with the Transtrem because it's cammed in such a way that once you get that guitar with that Transtrem set up with a set of strings, you have to stick to that set of strings. Otherwise, you have to set the whole thing. It's some kind of thing about the tolerances of different manufacturers and their strings. So mine was set up. A lot of people play the LaBelle strings, Steinberger Transtrem strings. I actually play the Diodero strings.
I played the GHS ones.
Yeah.
I had the GHS Steinberger double end ones for my Steinbergers. Yeah.
But yeah, Johnny, to answer your question, yeah, I mean, that's usually all I use is the EVH. But I do want to try those GHS ones.
Who is this? Huh? Phone call? Is this for this?
Well, check it out.
Huh? It is. Let me see.
You probably want to cruise or something.
Yeah. Hello? Yes. Good. Huh?
You guys are doing your live show right now?
Yeah.
You just won $1 million.
Yeah, I have a bunch of questions that I'll ask like later on, but for now, I just want to ask one.
Okay, cool. You're on, by the way.
You know, what you guys do is great. I watch you guys all the time.
Who is this?
This is Buzz. My name is Buzz. It's actually my middle name.
Uh-huh.
B-U-Z-Z.
Buzz?
Yep. I'm on the East Coast in New Jersey.
Cool. Cool.
He's near me.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's near Paul Unker.
And there's
Yeah.
Does that fellow ever post his phone number online on the YouTube page, or is it like on his Facebook page?
Dave's phone number?
Yeah.
Is your phone number public, Dave? He's asking if your phone number is public.
It is now 1-900-686.
Yes, it's on my Facebook page.
He says it's on his page.
Okay. I think I saw one of his videos when he did his 5150 video. His phone number was listed there.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy, I got some questions for him about the Music Man with the little, what are they called, in the bridge? The little, I'm not sure if mine has any shims in the bridge saddles on the foot rows.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember Dave was having a hard time with all those. He said there was a bunch of shims underneath.
Yeah, because mine, I bought my Music Man new, and it just, I can't get it fully set up, right, where the action's always a little bit too high, or the neck's not quite straight enough.
Mm-hmm.
It needs a little bit of work, but I'm sure he can help me.
Oh, okay, yeah. He wants to talk to you, Dave, about that.
You know what?
I'll talk to him about that
Mute
now.
Johnny, just mute this and give him my number.
Whatever news or updates you have on Eddie's Drop the Hell Tail piece
Mm-hmm.
that you guys know of, or any cool pictures that aren't seen yet, is he working on something new? And what were we talking about the other chat? Oh shit, what was I should have wrote these things down. I'll be calling back.
Okay.
You know,
Cool.
Johnny, mute Johnny.
Oh.
Johnny, mute yourself.
Drop the Hell Tail piece, and Rob Johnson, tell him I also have a Steinberger that we can chat about.
Ah,
Cool.
cool.
Cool, that's great.
I got some Van Halen knowledge in me.
Uh-huh. Awesome.
That's awesome.
Join in on one of these chats.
Huh? What was that?
Like, what do I need to join one of your live hangouts?
Oh, if you want to be on camera, you got to have you have to have a Google Plus account.
Google Plus account.
Mm-hmm. And then add me to your circles.
Okay.
I know. What's a circle?
Yeah, I'll see. I'll either search for your name and it'll show up.
Yeah. Search for me. You'll find two different profiles. You can add them both if you want, but you have to add the personal profile, which is just my name. The other one would say like guitarist Johnny Beane, I think. You add that and just let me know, and then message me your email address that you use for Google,
Okay.
and then you can be on camera.
Yeah.
I think Dave wants me to give you his phone number though.
Yeah, just do it
I
offline.
guess you can text it to
Just
me, I
mute yourself
guess.
and
Email
mute yourself and do it.
Yeah. I'll
My email address is real easy.
Yeah, actually, he wants me to mute myself. Hang on, let me turn my volume down. I'll be right back.
What's happening, buddy?
Are you
Wait,
there?
Dave, what's your phone number?
What do you mean? What's my phone number?
He wants you to say it
It's to
out.
you because I'm using my phone.
He wants you to say it out loud over the air, so then he can mute it 2 seconds later and give it to this dude.
Fantastic. That's such a Three Stooges thing to do.
You guys can't read lips, can you? If I say his number, can you actually tell what I'm saying?
It's like the old kung fu movies. Daniel, want to fight?
Okay,
So
it's
funny.
555.
2961. The heck is going on around here?
It's 555 EATSH. Oh, never mind.
I just gave it to him.
Now tell him that he can call me after this is over.
Yeah, he says. Okay, we're back on. Yeah, he says that you can call him as soon as we're done doing this. You can give him a call.
Yeah, it'll probably be like on a Monday or Wednesday night.
Okay.
I'll be doing all my questions in order. That's all. I just wanted to touch base and just get a question or two out there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, tell him not to do it next Wednesday because I'm gonna have surgery that day and I'm not gonna be in the mood.
You guys shows for my car rides, or I'm playing on my car rides.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Just play your hang out on my car rides.
Cool. Cool. Are they fun?
Oh yeah.
You have a good time?
Most of them.
Cool. Yeah, that's like what we were saying. That's why we do these things, because we have a lot of fun. I mean, it's basically just three of us, just like talking about stuff we like to talk about.
What do you?
There's just so much. There's so many things to talk about. There's so many changes with Eddie's guitars and gears,
Mm-hmm.
and the amps and all kinds of stuff. What he wears, everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's got those awesome.
You got to have also. They always say the EVH gear, like the latest company, EVH brand, is that it's not a signature series guitar. It's a brand. And I always said that if it is a brand, then why don't they make like a single coil Wolfgang or a P90 Wolfgang or, because something for all the people. It seems like they only make stuff that Eddie would possibly play himself. So therefore, I don't think it's a brand. I just think it's a signature series. Disguised as, like they say, brand. I just don't believe it's a true brand, even though they're great instruments. But you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, they're always working on new things.
Yeah.
They're always coming up with something new. That's the great thing about when NAMM comes around, is they debut the brand new stuff. But yeah, they're always working on different things, trying to do have new guitars out there, new the amps, all that stuff.
Bathing suits, flip-flops.
I'm waiting for the motion to drop the hill forever. That'll be so cool.
Yeah.
That was actually on his in-house store webpage, maybe 6-7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was on there saying coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it'll be sold individually or if it comes just on the USA guitar. It's going to be curious. I'm sure it's going to come out soon.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, who knows? I mean, that's the one thing I want to say though on here is, as far as everybody who watches these things. Yeah, we love to talk about his gear, the guitars, the stuff that he used to use, whatever. The one thing that I don't want to talk about is like rumors.
Oh yeah.
Any kind of rumors, and like personal stuff.
Discuss about what they're going to do in the future, what they did on the day out, any of that.
Yeah. I mean, as far as I guess anybody can talk about that stuff. Myself personally, I don't want to talk about rumors or like personal things. I just want to talk
unless it's about Dave.
I just want to talk about the gear and the fun stuff, the music.
Oh
Yeah,
thing.
basically, as long as it's positive.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get back to work.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. I gotta go too, because I gotta take another call.
Talk about the brain stuff versus signature stuff with those guys. See what they say.
Cool. Okay. So
Johnny.
So this was Buzz?
Yeah, Buzz. B-U-Z-Z. They can't forget that name.
Were you in the
Buzz from New Jersey?
Buzz from New Jersey? Were you in the chat room tonight? Were you in the chat box?
No, I wasn't. I saw it on my YouTube channel, but I wasn't like. You know, I just wanted to see if you guys were live. Normally, you guys are live at this time of night on a Wednesday.
Did you say alive? Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Well, yeah. Thanks for calling, man. And yeah.
No problem.
Feel free to give Nesdal a call a little later on or whenever you want. You know.
Yeah. I'll be back in touch with him. You know, eventually.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
I got to send him pictures of my wolf of my Ernie ball, show him what the bridge looks like, and see if I can fix it.
Mhm. Okay.
It's a little bit off, you know, because I got the newer wolf games, the PBs, they all play like $1 million, and then the Ernie balls is a little bit off.
Mhm.
Dave just hit the nail on the head by saying, you know, how he didn't like his for the longest time. He did that one little change, and now boom, he loves it.
Mhm. Mhm.
But,
Okay.
It's a beautiful guitar. I'll have to show you pictures.
Nice. Cool, man.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Okay. All right.
Alrighty.
Great talking to you. And yeah, thanks for calling in.
No problem.
All right. Yeah.
See you later.
All right. Bye bye.
What was that guy's name?
Buzz.
Buzz Lightyear?
Right, Howie? It's Buzz.
Look at how-
B-U-Z-Z. Buzz from New Jersey. Yeah.
Look at
he's looking
Howie's
at
face. Look at Howie's face. He's staring.
I know. He's looking at me. What? What's going on?
He's got the coolest facial expression.
Okay.
That dog has the most amazing facial expression. He does.
Oh, his personality, man. You wouldn't believe it.
Yeah. Look at him.
Right? You wouldn't believe this guy. You wouldn't believe this guy. Oh, see, you can't even see that. He just pushed my arm. You can't see this. You can't see this. He's elbowing me with his nose. He's like, "Come on."
Johnny, how old is he now again?
He's 13.
13.
But he's still a puppy though.
Did you get him as a little puppy when you got him?
We got him when he was 6 months.
Oh, that's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought Dalmatians were.
Tell him to
cool
say
dogs.
something.
Yeah, make him speak. Make him speak.
Howie, speak.
No, was that a no? Yeah.
He used to talk. That's how he got famous, was by his words and stuff. Howie, Howie, say hello. Say hello. Sort of. He's hungry. So.
What a great dog. He's so cool.
That's great.
He's a good dog. He's got the coolest facial expressions. Johnny, those pictures you take and you throw on Instagram or Facebook, you know, like you'll be in the truck eating a sandwich or something, or Howie will just be sitting on the beach or whatever. He's always got the coolest, like, his eyes are just amazing. Something about his eyes. You know? It's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I like how he dots his I's and crosses his T's.
He's all dotted. He's all dotted. Okay. I have to make a phone call really quickly. Are you guys good? Is everybody good?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Are you guys? I mean, we do have. That's the thing that I don't like about this chat box is there's a lot of questions and comments here, but they're not there. We can't go back to them. Once this is over, they just disappear. That's what I don't like about this.
So why don't you read some real quick and then we'll go.
Yeah, bang out a few. We'll make them quick answers too. We'll make a real quick answer.
Okay. Well, I mean, I have to make a phone call though, real quickly. Let me read one and then. Okay, they're talking about strings here. Somebody's Douglas says I'm a natural for a radio talk show. I mean, that's so funny because this is the last thing I ever thought I'd ever be doing. Is something like this. You know. But that's kind of what this kind of. I don't know. It's fun to do. I have a great time doing this. You know.
Yeah.
And it's not like myself. I'm not used to actually doing this kind of thing. Even though I've been doing this now for what, a couple years? We've been doing this for what, a couple years now?
Yeah.
I've been doing these for a few years. I've been doing the Vedas for like.
Well, you and Dave started before. You guys brought me on board after you guys have been doing it a while. But I know look at Brandy. She's so cute. Brandy. But I know I've been doing them with you guys for probably a year and a half.
No, it hasn't been that long.
Has it? It's been at least a year. Maybe
Really?
not. I thought so. Maybe not. I don't know. I thought it's been a year because it was. I have to go back and look at the first one. I have no idea how to find the first video I did with you guys.
There's a playlist. If you just
Right.
go through the playlist.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
You're not Brandy.
I just gotta listen to this voicemail real quick.
I am so Brandy.
So here's the next guitar that's going to get the big block in it.
Yeah.
Special with the neck. It's got all the good stuff already on the bridge. Everything ready to go.
Uh-huh.
What I do need to do though, I need to find those. Well, the guitars that have the stainless screws. They never send you a long one for the D-tuner. So I never need a long
Yes.
one.
Don't even bother. Don't even bother. I'll give you one of mine. I've got 3 of them, but they're not long enough. They're longer, and I got them from Adam, and they're not long enough.
So they still don't work with the
When you pull it out to D, it stays in D, but when you push it in, it's like E flat, and you can't adjust it enough to get to E.
So they don't even really work.
No. Maybe on some guitars they do, but they haven't worked on any of mine.
That's convenient.
But what I can do is, I can give you one of my silver Sharpie pens, and you can paint it like I did.
Yeah, that's what I did on my other one here. That's what I did on the tour when I just painted the screw, gave it about a half-hour dry time, then just stuck it in.
That's what I did.
Yeah. These original blocks that come with these guitars, are they decent or are they just cheapos?
No, they're cheap. It's steel, but it's not good. I just when I change them out, I throw those away.
Yeah, because
I don't even keep them. I literally throw them away.
Even the ones that were on the USA models like ours, the originals?
Yeah, it's the same block. It's the same
block?
exact block. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, Dave, when I took that bridge apart, nothing on mine indicated it was a German Floyd.
They're not. They're all made in Korea. It's different metal, but they're all made in Korea.
Even the USA's, really? They're not German?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a different metal. It's different. It's different than the F1000, but it's made in Korea. And I got that from Andy Pipiccio, the president of Floyd Rose.
That's interesting.
Yep.
That is interesting.
Crazy.
What's your next project going to be? Has it changed in the last couple of weeks since last time we talked about it?
Yes, it has slightly. It's going to be a 5150 with the 7th tuner.
Okay, you did mention that Monday. Okay. Yeah, you did say, okay. That's going to be cool. That's going to be a cool guitar.
But I guess the one I'm going to do soonest is I'm going to put that beak neck on my Frankenstein when you bring it over. So by the time you get back from the city, it'll be on.
I can't wait to see it. Are you really going to put it on? Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you're going to love it, Dave. I had it on mine for probably, 3 years and didn't play it a lot just because I just didn't play it. Believe it or not, my Frankenstein, as well as it plays now, and the action is super, super, super low. It's not my go-to guitar. Not because I don't like playing it.
Neither is mine.
Yeah.
Neither is mine. I don't go to. I played it a little bit today actually, but I never picked that one up first. Never.
Yeah. Usually I go to my 5150 or my USA Wolf. You know, those are usually what I'll go to. And this one is a go-to guitar too as well. But yeah.
So I told you I changed the strings on my 5150 today. Well, maybe I didn't say that. But
The GHS one.
That's what I put the boomers on.
Yeah.
And I actually, I've been playing that guitar probably for 6 years now, and it got a lot darker. The neck got a lot darker than when I originally got it.
Yeah.
When I originally did it.
Mm-hmm.
And I took some steel wool to it today to get all of that gunk off of it. And it looks like the day I got it again. It's not super dark anymore. It looks right. Let me show it.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, can you show us a close-up of it?
Yeah. The neck looks great now. It really, it looks like Eddie's guitar.
That's so cool.
But it's not as dark as it was.
Yeah. That is so awesome.
It's a lot lighter now.
That is cool. I love that.
And I'm happy because it was too dark, because I had used it. I used it for so long, and it just kept on getting dirtier and dirtier and dirtier. And I was like, yeah, it doesn't look. It's not right anymore. It's just too dark.
Yeah. It
was
dark.
When I cleaned all the frets, and I took down I took off a lot of the dirt.
Yeah.
It accumulated a lot.
Yeah.
So now it looks right. It looks like the original guitar again.
Yeah, it's cool. Can you show the space tape on that, Dave? The 5150? Real close. Say something.
Can you see that at all?
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
I'll present them for you. I gotta tuck the chickens in real quick. It's actually getting dark here. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool. That's cool. Yep.
Oh, here's the way it would look if it was like Wolfgang's photo.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. That's a 1984 reissue bridge.
Yes, it is.
The only other thing I did on mine, when Johnny gets back, I'll show mine. But on that particular guitar, I used a black D-tuner, so it blended in with the black stripe. So that was kind of cool.
Right.
But yeah, that is.
And then I have the vintage nut and string tree on here as well.
Yeah, that's incredible. I tell you, I gotta find a couple of those vintage nuts. I really do. They're hard to find, man.
They're really expensive too.
Yeah. Yeah, the action on that guitar is just amazing. I remember playing it. I had a chance to play Dave's 5150 and his Frankenstrat. Matter of fact, if you guys check out my avatar, whoa, I think. If you guys check out my avatar, that's Dave's Frankenstrat at Dave's house in his bedroom. We're playing through the ancient.
Oh, cool!
Yeah,
I didn't even realize that. I didn't even.
Oh
realize
yeah, that avatar. That's me when I came to visit you back 4 or 5 months ago, and that's your Frankie in your room with the amps. Yeah. And I would just say that Dave's 5150 Dave's Frankenstrat plays probably just as good as the 5150 does. I mean, every one of his guitars are like mine, and probably even a little bit more so. The action's super, super low. The necks are like butter. They're so easy to fret and play. They, pulling on the string. You ever pick up a guitar and you play it, and it's just like, bending is like a chore. It's like, bending a string is just like, wow, has this thing got glue in it? I always like a guitar that just the strings move very, very simply. which is, you know, probably why when I pick up a guitar with high action or a real tightly strung guitar, I hate it because I can't play very well on it. But
So let me ask you a question. That beak neck, what's the back like? Is that asymmetrical as well?
I have to.
Is that the Van Halen neck?
Scott said it was when I got it from.
Does it feel like your 5150 or like your Frankie?
It feels a little bit more. Honestly, Dave, this one feels. To me, it feels more like my 5150.
Then yes, that's the right neck.
Yeah, it feels like my 5150. It's definitely not nearly as baseball bat-ish feeling, like fat. Like it's not anything like my Frankenstrat neck. It's nowhere near as thick. It's very easy to play. It's very simple. So much like my 5150. And like I said, it's such a smooth neck. I mean, everything on this neck is really smooth.
Let me see the headstock real quick. I just want to see if I can see the decal, because I know you said it's a stick-on, but I can't see. I mean, it looks fine to me. It doesn't look like it. I mean, yeah, I know the original is a water slide, but
yeah, it's the little R.
It doesn't look sloppy.
No, it's not. It came out perfect, and you know the reason I never changed it to a water slide, because I have water slide decals, was because I was so happy with this and it looked so good that I was like, why bother? Why waste a water slide decal on something that doesn't, you know, in my opinion, didn't need it. But, you know, again, it's a matter of preference.
Well, you can, I mean, can you see the edges of the, you know, where it's shiny? Can you see the edges of the, is it prominent or is it like hidden?
What do you mean?
You know, like the squared off edges of the actual sticker.
No, I mean it's like I said. There's no edges on the sticker. It's just the letters. That's all they are. Just letters stick. There's no border around it.
Oh, they're just letters. You put them on individually?
No. I put it on as a thing. The way these came, they were on a piece like like a stamp. Like stamps come on that piece of paper. They all came on that, and I put that. They went on like you would put space tape on. You lay it down, and then you pull the paper off, and all the letters stay. But everything else comes off. So that's basically what you end up with, and it does. It looks clean. It looks really, really good.
I like it.
I mean, honestly, I always left it because I didn't think it was worth wasting a water slide decal because I always thought this looked great, and I really was. You know, nailing that. I've seen a lot of people do these guitars, and they mess that A up. You know, when they try to chop it off. This was the first one I did that actually came out. I was very happy with it. You know, but I think you're gonna like it. I think it's gonna be good, and I can't wait to see it on your frame.
I'm loving it already. Loving it already.
I think you're gonna love it, Dave. I really do. And you know, it's kind of funny because I'm probably going to just get on eBay and buy a real cheap copy that I'm never going to mount, just like a $50, $60 neck that just has the shape, throw a logo on and hang it back on my wall. Because quite frankly, it's kind of a sin to just have this as a wall hanger because it's such an awesome.
Yeah.
It really needs to be mounted on a guitar. And
you know, I really wish I had that neck that was on this red body. I would have just swapped it. I would have given you that.
Nah, no, it's not a problem. I know that's fine.
I sold it for a lot of money.
But again, you know, I mean that neck it begs to be mounted on a guitar. It really shouldn't be a wall hanger. Like, you know, perfect example. This neck right here. You know, the blue headstock Frankie neck I did.
Yeah.
I did this back. I don't know what 6 months ago or something like that. It's the blue headstock Frankie I did, and this is a cheap Hong Kong China-made neck that about 3 years ago I went to use as a project. It was going to be a. What was I going to use? It's too small to be a 5150. I was making a striped guitar. It might have been a Hot for Teacher or something, and I went to use. That's what it was. It was for my Hot for Teacher, and I went to use this neck, and my guitar tech was just like, I can't use this neck. He's like, it's got such a wicked back bow to it, and it's just a.
I see it already.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I can see
Yeah,
it.
it's just a piece of junk. I mean, it looks nice, feels nice, but it's really freaking worthless unless someone really wanted to take the time to weight it down between some stools and, you know, and to try to work that kink out. So I said, what the hell? You know what? I'm just going to paint it up as a blue headstock Frankie, and it's just going to be like that, and it's a wall hanger. So it's such a sin to take a neck like this and do that to it, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the other one is the striped Frankie neck that I have over there on the wall, you know? The Tom Anderson style.
Mhm.
So Johnny, I was just showing Rob. I put new strings on my 5150 today, but I was saying how the neck had gotten so dark from me playing it for like 6 years that it was actually too dark. It didn't look like Eddie's guitar anymore. It looked, you know, it was too dark. So I took some steel wool to it and cleaned it up, and it looks right again. It looks correct.
Mhm.
I remember joking, Dave, with you one time about your neck. I'm like, when did you put a rosewood neck on your 5150? Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. I remember that.
Yeah, I did.
So now, you know, I'm very happy again. I'm like, oh yeah, there's the maple.
Nice. Nice.
Feels great, and the frets are dressed perfectly now. They were just gunky. They needed to be clean. So I'm very happy again. I'm very happy, very happy.
Smooth like a lady.
She's a smoother, just like a lady.
Yeah, that guitar is awesome. Show us the back of the guitar, would you? The back body. Yeah, nice. Yep, that's nice. Now, you do have the holes. You do have the holes for the tray table. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. You should have seen all the holes in that Frankenstein yesterday, man.
Yeah, I have all those holes in my guitar too. There are every one that you would see on that Frankenstein I have as well.
Yep.
And I think Rob, you do too, right?
Yeah.
Like the 4 holes over here and all the holes that are in the back of it.
Oh yeah.
Holes
I mean,
everywhere.
This almost has all the holes.
The only ones I don't have are the ones I just don't have the ones here. I'll show mine in a minute, but yeah, those are the only ones I gotta add. I gotta add those. Yep. Johnny, can you present me for a second? I'll just Dave and I were just 5150 showing here.
Now presenting Rob.
So here's my 5150. I know you guys have seen this in the past. I've had this guitar for a while, long time. I'll show some close-ups, but here's the back. You can tell I got some of the holes best I could do there. And I know I got the big fat washers here. I know Ed didn't have those. He might have them now, but
yeah, he has his now. His are like that now.
Yep.
But your wear and tear is more like 1986 wear and tear.
Right, that's actually what I was going for. I was going in this guitar. I was actually going for an 86, between 86, 87 era. You know, it's what I was going for on mine. I'll show you the front. Here's the 5150.
Yep.
That is not a reissue. I just basically sanded down the black off to make them look, you know, off the brass for the fine tuners.
Did you just do that recently?
Probably about 6 months ago, maybe.
So it was
I did
like
it.
that when
I
you
did.
came here?
Actually, it was. Yeah, it should have been. Yeah, it should have been. Yeah.
Okay.
I got the 5150 picks on there.
Cool.
You got to have that little piece of bleed right there. Ed had some.
Yep, I have that.
Yep. And the tough part, a lot of people miss this. It's hard to get that overspray effect. It's not quite as prominent as I think as it should be. You can kind of see it a little bit. It's oversprayed, but it's a little bit. It was hard to nail that the way I could. This neck plate is interesting because I don't know if you can see it. It actually says Kramer 5150.
Yeah.
You know, it's not original to ads, but I always thought that was so cool, so I ended up using that one. But yeah, it's a cool guitar. I have the old school string tree. Doesn't even cover the low E, you know.
Speaking of the string tree, yeah, the string tree that was on the Frankenstein yesterday, the high E portion of it went off the headstock.
Yeah, it's the same as the Neptune. Neptune was the same way, you know. And one thing that a lot of people on the 5150s miss is they don't realize that Eddies were not actually Schallers. They were Godos. These are Godo tuners.
Right. Yeah.
And I love Schallers. I love Schallers. And for the longest time, I had Schallers on this thing, but
well, here the thing is, Rob, just to make your guitar even more accurate, the Gotos that he has on his, if you were to change the actual the ends, the
heads, yeah.
These things, the ends.
Yep.
Put Schaller ones on those, and it'll look more like his, because those Godo ones, the newer ones, they're not exact.
You're right.
They're a little bit different.
Yeah.
They should look. Back then in the early '80s,
Man.
they looked like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
They looked like the Schaller tops.
Yeah.
But they were Godo.
You're right, Dave. Yeah. Yeah, they are different.
And the perfect example is my gold ones that are on my my Vetus guitar. They should look like that, but in chrome.
Right. Yeah. Actually, I never thought of that. I will have to do that. Yeah, I will have to do that.
Johnny, do you can you see the difference?
Here's mine.
I'm not even looking.
Yeah. See, those are wrong. Those are those are the newer Godos. Yeah. And then Dave's, like I said, Dave's is right. Dave's is accurate. Tell you what, Dave, when I come over, I'll take the heads off your guitar, swap them out with mine.
That'll work.
That was funny. Everybody thought that was funny.
Yeah. Dave's like, I don't think so. Yeah.
No, I'm laughing. It was funny. It definitely was funny.
Hey, Faraz. Hey, guys. How you doing? Sorry I'm late. Yeah. Yeah, we're just about to end this. We've been on for like 6 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not even falling asleep yet. Howie!
You know, we started this video, and now I can see I need to shave again.
I love how Howie just comes barreling in. Like, he just, like, out of nowhere, just comes waltzing in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's his house.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Where is he normally, Johnny, when he's not in the picture? Is he anywhere near you?
Sometimes he's like right here, laying on the ground. He has a bed in the other room.
Yeah.
That he stays on. Generally, he stays either in his bed or if we're out here, he's out here. You know.
Yeah. It's funny because he comes out and he stands by the door and then he turns back and looks at you.
That's funny.
That is funny. I don't care who you are.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Are you guys good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
We're going on almost 3 hours. Oh my gosh.
No, really?
Yeah, we started at 8. It's 11 o'clock.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Well,
we started about 10 after 5, and now it's 10 to 8. For me.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're right.
Yeah, so I keep saying,
3 hours.
Yeah. People dig it though. I know you guys dig it. Hey, anybody, if you're watching this, give the video a thumbs up. If you dig this stuff, that helps other people possibly dig these things as well. You know.
And if you don't like
Can you dig it?
And if you don't like it, we'll drill you. My battery's dead. Sorry, guys. No pound cake tonight. Well, not at least not that.
No pound cake tonight.
Ay, Dios mío.
At least not that kind, anyways.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
That's what she said. Yeah.
All right. I gotta go. You guys can sit here and talk the rest of the night if you want.
No, I'm gonna hit the sack. I gotta get up in the morning for work. Not early like on Tuesday mornings, but I'm starting to fade a little bit. Yeah.
Remember that time you went outside and there was actual cricket sounds?
Yeah.
And we thought it was Mully doing the effect?
I was walking my dog. I had my dog Grogan over, and I let him out, and there's crickets going off. Yeah. That time I'm pouring a drink, and Dave's swimming over to his guitars.
Yeah.
Frank and Dave?
Frank and Dave. There you go. I like that.
Yeah. Frankendall. All right.
Johnny,
Yeah.
you playing that 335?
I mean, it's Dr. Rosen.
Dr.
Yeah.
Rosen. No, it's Dr. Rosen.
Dude, that guitar is amazing, man. It's got the P90s in it. Ah, it's killer. It's
Hey,
killer.
Dr.
man.
Rosen.
I'm John. John who? John Cockhost.
John Cocknose.
You're John Cockhoston? Yeah. I love those old Chevy Chase movies.
Oh my God, so funny.
Remember the one where Spies Like Us with Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd, and they go
Yeah.
in to take the test, and Chevy Chase got that stupid freaking Caston with a fake arm with a glove, and he's got the cheat sheet, and he's got both arms out, and he's reading the cheat sheet, and the arm's sitting there, and the instructor's looking at him like, what the hell's going on? He farts and blames it on the other guy next to him.
That's so funny.
Oh, God.
Yeah. All right, I gotta go.
What was your name? What was your name again? Nostradamus.
Nostradamus, yeah.
Ed Harley.
What was your
Yeah, I was
name?
just gonna say,
Harley Davidson motorcycle.
Black belt yellow belly says bend over.
Bend over, yeah.
Nice to meet you, Ben.
Remember he's under the bed and the old redneck comes in with a shotgun. He's like, who the hell are you? Get up! And I'm up. he's like, I didn't want to have to do this, but I'm with the mattress police. These mattresses don't have tags on them. Have you seen Betsy? What's her name? She moved out. Oh, they told me. She moved out. Oh, so you're saying she moved out? Look at Howie. He's staring at you.
Oh, maybe he has to go out. Oh, look at him. There he is.
Yeah, I think he wants to go out.
All right. We better go. We're getting nothing but thumbs downs already, so I think we got to split.
Really?
Yeah. All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching this stuff. We appreciate it. If you dig this stuff, take the thumbs downs away and put thumbs ups in its place, please. All right. Keep
How many thumbs
rocking.
down do we have?
4.
Huh?
And that's all within the past like 2 minutes.
Well,
Maybe they're mad that we're leaving. Uh-oh. Maybe we better stay.
John Cockostone says it's too bad.
All right. I got to go, though. I think he has to use the room, as you can see. And, yeah. All right. Thank you. We're good? You guys are good?
We're good.
Okay.
Guys, just so you know real quick, I'm just going to say this. I probably will not be around Friday. So you guys will probably be, I won't be able to make it on Friday. If something changes, I'll text you guys, let you know.
Okay.
That's fine.
Awesome.
Put it in writing. Put it in writing and have it on my desk in the morning.
I'll have something nice for you on Saturday morning, Dave.
Oh, and I'll have something nice for you Saturday night. Oh.
Can I get it on Sunday morning instead? I prefer it in the morning.
All right.
All right. I got to go. Thank you, everybody.
Poor
Thank you
John
for
can
watching
say
this.
for like 20 minutes.
I know. I got to split. I got to go. All right.
Go.
Rock and roll,
Yeah.
everybody.
Bye, guys.
I guess we might be here Friday, I guess. Facebook.com/guitarist Johnny Beane. Link is down below. Go like that page.
Walmart.com.
Go like all our Instagram pages. What's your
Yeah.
Instagram, Rob?
It is. I'll tell you real quick. I'll make it quick because Johnny wants to go. My Instagram is.
R.
Where am I? Hold on. Rob, ROB, CJ5150. So it's ROB, CJ5150. Rob,
Okay.
CJ5150.
All right, cool. Yeah, mine's just my name. Link is down below. Nesdal, you gotta go on Instagram, man.
GFYS.
Dave's like, what are you talking about? I got MySpace, he says.
All right, we're leaving. See you guys later. Thank you for watching this stuff. Thank you for hanging out. We've had a great time. And see you guys Friday.
Bye, guys.
See you guys. Everybody wave.
See ya.
Everybody wave.